cleaning out my closet. He's like, I have no snare in my headphone. Yeah. Yo.
Is that how it goes? I know that song, but I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to be a really
Was he
big
actually
Eminem fan.
calling for snare on his headphones?
Yeah. Apparently. I mean, I wasn't in the studio, but I think he was.
You have access to the same song as I do.
Yeah. It's actually, I used to be a big Eminem fan. It's kind of like, it was an unhealthy.
Did everybody
obsession.
like, go through that phase? I was a huge
mean,
Eminem
anybody
fan.
with mental
I think I'm
health
still
problems.
an Eminem fan.
I was there.
Oh, are you? He's a
Yeah.
Libra.
He's a Libra too.
just like you.
Look at
Hey,
that.
I don't know about that one. He's kind of fucking crazy.
Well,
He's
but
like,
I mean,
I'm gonna
he's
tie you to the bed and set this house on fire. Like,
he's,
bro,
he's creative. Though.
why am I bopping to this? Like,
why do you think he like? Do you think Eminem has kind of flopped, or like?
I think like, yeah, in a way,
Yeah.
a little
Well,
bit.
somebody one time told me, or I think I saw an interview. It was like a famous rapper. He wasn't necessarily talking mess about Eminem, but he was saying, "You're telling me that you get in your car and you bump Eminem on the way to like an event, and you don't switch the
That's
song
like
when
the
you get to the
ultimate
Not new
burn.
Eminem. The new Eminem, I cringe. Like I listen to it, I'm just like,
I didn't even know
I
he was
don't know.
making music. That's how irrelevant it is to me. He listens to this podcast and he's like, "Bitch, I'm coming for you." He comes for me. He fucking writes a diss song about me.
in like a day, diss
I know.
strike out.
I'm like, I'm just gonna honestly sit this one out.
I think the
'Cause
funniest parts for me were the TikTok trends when they
Oh,
would
yeah.
just start rhyming random household
God.
items together. I thought that was hilarious.
You know Casey
I got a
Frey?
cable
Casey Frey.
and a
Casey
table.
Frey, he's
Casey
like, flimming a him and on. Skimming it.
All men are friends.
I love.
What,
All
hap-
men are friends.
what happened to Casey Frey?
He's still alive and well.
He made
I just
that
talked to
one-
him last week.
Oh.
We hung out.
Oh no!
He made that one very iconic. Do you want to be free? What does it go?
Oh wait. Oh yeah. You want to be free with it?
And like that was on
So
repeat
good.
when Twitter was still Twitter. Man,
Was that his
That thing was
song?
fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Retweeted up the ass. Like
It's because he's such a good dancer.
and he's an actual dancer though.
He is. I didn't know that either. I just thought like he
I
was
thought he
like
was real
really
smooth
wobbly.
with
Yeah,
it.
like real smooth with stuff.
No,
But
man,
he's,
Yeah.
he's an actual.
That was one of my favorite
I
videos.
remember the
Hey,
first time
seriously.
I remember the first time I watched it. I felt some type of way. Like, why do I like this?
You felt dirty.
You're
Yeah.
like,
I
why
shouldn't-
are my nipples
Like,
hard?
I shouldn't like this as much as I do right now. Like something about dude. Okay, I can't be the only one who watched it like 50 times.
No, I'm saying
No,
every single
yeah.
time that it came
You're
up, I
the
had to
only one.
retweet it.
I searched for him on TikTok the other day just because I was craving his videos.
Okay, that's
bro.
kind of that's kind of
Great.
No, it's just me.
He's like
he
naked.
just
was
me.
craving.
He's like naked in his bed, just Casey Frey. Search.
No, but he's good.
He's like
I
scratching
just-
at his neck.
All
He's
right.
feeding for
Well-
Casey Frey.
Before we get any deeper, first off, another guest.
Yes.
This one's brought to you by Hernon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
So
the
guys,
bestie, the
This
bestie.
is my good friend, Joni,
good friend.
my very good friend.
Oh
Not
Is
even,
that
not even best. I'm over here.
Joni Garcia. For anybody wondering, she
Yes.
is a chef, Herbivite. Check her out.
Private.
thank you,
Chef.
thank you.
Private chef, yeah.
Private chef.
She does
Yeah.
catering and all.
Mm-hmm.
Hit her up.
Former
Right.
classmate,
Joni.
right? We all went to the same
Oh,
high school.
Welcome to Red Court House, Joni.
Welcome.
Thank y'all for having
How do you feel?
me.
Yeah, thanks for
I
coming.
feel like now that we're doing an introduction, I feel a little nervous.
Nah.
No, I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous. I love all of you guys. Thanks for having me. I
All of
am
us?
happy to be here. That's questionable, but
She's like, we'll
I'm
see how the
like,
night goes.
Let me finish this drink and then I will.
Joni's drinking straight vodka and water, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I've,
yeah,
I've
It's
never
called being
heard of
skinny.
Watered down vodka.
right.
Being a skinny legend.
Yeah, she inspired me actually. We're doing just tequila and ice. Well, I'm doing
Yeah.
tequila and ice. I didn't put water in mine. I should have done
didn't?
that.
You
No.
fucking
Yours is
wild.
just tequila.
Yeah,
Not
it's
even a
just
lime.
tequila.
Wild.
Not even a lime
Just
or
tequila.
anything.
Yeah. Oh,
And
dang.
we both
damn, a
drink
lime would have been a
coffees.
good idea, huh?
Look at
Well, she
that.
took all of
I've
it.
got a lime floating.
She's
in
like,
there.
can I,
floating
she's like,
in
can I
there?
have a lime? And she just poured the whole thing in there.
I mean,
I thought you were gonna
Gotta do what
split
you
the
gotta do.
juices.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
I just let him float. See, he's doing his thing. Are you trying to get
No, I
some?
was trying to get the mic.
Oh, I'm like,
was trying to
hello.
I just got some Bobby
Am I-
vibes from her. Right
oh,
now.
am I like? Okay, my bad.
Oh no, you're fine. You're
Okay,
fine.
okay,
You're
cool,
good,
cool.
You're good right there.
Yeah, but you heard the difference though, right?
I did.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
why I was like, oh, okay,
long
let
as-
me
long as you catch
stay
it.
here.
All right, so real quick, I do want to get out of the way. So, what would you describe yourself with Herbivites?
How would I describe myself with
Yeah.
Herbivites? A boss bitch.
Okay.
A boss babe.
No,
Well,
just like
Thank you guys.
I don't know. This has been Red Courthouse.
I guess
No.
like what is the goal for Herbavites?
Yeah. But what is
honestly,
actually no? First of all, what is is it Herbavites?
yeah, Herbavites.
Okay. What is that?
Yes. So it started in 2020, and the name came from we used to be vegan for 5 years. I am no longer. Sorry to disappoint, but yeah, it came from like herbivore and then eats because I was like vegan completely in the beginning, and then the name kind of just came together like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where it came from.
So that's how it
Yeah.
created.
That's how the name
You
was
were
created.
vegan, and then you
Yeah.
would come up with your own dishes.
Yeah, pretty
Was
much.
it
Like,
was it because you couldn't find dishes that you liked?
yes,
And you
literally.
said, fuck it, I'll make my own.
Exactly. Because I
Nice.
felt like, I don't know, I went vegan before it was, I don't want to sound like I'm like, oh, a crusader, I'm like gatekeeping and shit. No, but like I went vegan before there was like a lot of options. And
No, I
so
would
like
agree
I
with
had
that.
to get really creative with what I was making. And it was like, you know, a lot of the time, the stuff that I was making, like I couldn't just go out and buy it. Because like a lot of the veganism was like really deeply rooted in, I don't know, like white culture, like now it is, even
Whoa.
though you think back
No,
to
no,
like
she had-
before
I know.
that.
No, you have a point
Mhm.
because every time I would think of vegan, I would always think like it's just like another,
Yeah.
you know, like a
But you know what's so funny?
no
though?
White
Hispanic,
culture?
you know, because we're Hispanic heritage, so
Yeah.
you're kind of, you know, you expect a lot of like the carnes, the arroz, the everything,
And
and
the
Yeah.
spice.
I don't know what
for
was
one
vegan
thing,
or not, but
especially.
then
Yeah.
when your dishes started coming out, they look pretty good. I was like, oh,
I'm like, oh my god. Yeah,
like
no,
I would
but,
actually eat that.
but you haven't. So
No,
where
I-
are you at?
Dang.
Well, that's the thing. It's 'cause
Okay.
That's
No,
that was
let
the
me know,
that
let me
was
know.
the
Dang.
that was the joke that I would eat it because it looked good, but I would never eat vegan food.
I'm
I
putting
don't
you
like.
on blast.
I don't
Greg.
like
He was
vegan.
like,
I'm playing.
You're red, white, and blue here. No, I don't eat.
Give me a-
Like, where's his hat? His trucker hat.
I took it off.
He needs to put it on.
It didn't fit with his.
Back.
It didn't fit with the Attack on Titan thing behind me.
Oh, is that Attack on Titan?
It looks
no,
like it.
it's
Look,
It's
I stopped
Francisco
watching
de
that show.
Goya.
look at this.
I
No,
actually
it-
stopped.
That's what I thought it was.
No,
I was
it's Francis-
I was telling
he
him.
obviously
painting.
copied from it.
That's
no,
what
Attack
your
on Titan was
inspiration-
inspired by that. That's what it is.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Oh,
but I have a funny story
excuse me,
about her
Miss Thang.
food.
Oh.
I think she was at an event. I think it was in Bishop Arts, right?
Mhm.
And she was cooking carne asada and what was it? Tacos al pastor.
So this is after.
Yes.
So I'm sorry. There was a point where you're just vegan food.
Yeah.
And then there was a point where you started doing actual meats now.
Yes.
Real.
No, hang on. Let
Real
me finish
food.
it.
So
Let me
He's
finish
like-
it.
I'm confused here. Is it
Let me
meat or not
You
meat?
just let me finish.
Well, you
it.
kind of
Get
you
around
kind
to
of
that.
hopped too quick to the meat portion.
No, it's gonna make sense. All right, so she told me like, hey, I'm gonna have like carne asada and just tacos in general. So like it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm starving. So let me go. And I was like, I hadn't eaten in hours. I was starving. I got there really hot. And I was like, sweet, I'm gonna get some of this food. Like Joan's gonna cook me up some tacos, some salsa, and everything. And then like I got there, and she served it to me, right? And I'm eating, and I'm like, wait.
Was it not me?
It's not me.
Oh.
These are vegan tacos.
But it took you a while to figure that out.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
it did.
Yeah,
I make them from scratch.
that's true.
Were they good though?
They were good.
Okay,
They were good. They
that's
were really.
good.
Yeah,
He
I
told me
really
this
liked them.
salsa tastes vegan. I'm
I've-
like, all salsa's vegan. What?
No, to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the salsa. I think, yeah,
Bro, this is
that was
like-
one thing. You want me? I want to be honest about it.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
slay.
I mean, if you want to stick to your guns, and that's fine.
Yeah,
I said that way.
But
they were good. They were good.
they were good, right?
Mhm.
And what was the?
I'm glad.
So you're saying that? So you came up with it first when it was fully, and it's still fully vegan, right? That's the whole point of it, is that it's fully vegan menu.
Okay. Well, now my menu isn't fully vegan. When I work one on
Traitor.
one with people, I know.
Well, 'cause
I-
what do
I
you-
s- I sold out.
Okay,
I
what do
think
you-
I'm sold out.
What do you know,
No,
like a private?
So when I work like with private clients, like I'll do non-vegan. But typically, if you see me popping up, like, and I'm doing events and things like that, I tend to gravitate more towards veganism because I feel like people need that type of variety,
Mm.
and they're not getting it really anywhere else. To be honest, like no one's doing it like me. So
I mean, I haven't seen.
I
anybody
gotta
go-
do
No,
it to
absolutely,
them. But yeah, I try to bring like different variations of things that people grew up loving, like carne asada and al pastor
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was my first time actually having that ever as
Yeah.
a vegan.
So, yeah.
So what made you go like from a full vegan menu to opening up and having actual meat?
That's actually a good question. I feel like I don't want anybody to cancel me, but this is just the truth. You know, it's my life.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put.
No.
Okay.
We're here to talk about this. This is raw. This is raw.
Unfiltered,
But
unedited.
We're pros.
I was vegan for 5 years, and then due to health reasons, like I had to start incorporating meats again and stuff like that.
Sure.
And I would like to say that I feel like veganism isn't a one size fits all. I just feel like every diet, I don't know, has its perks. It depends on like the type of body type that you have.
Your
and, like,
body,
how
your body
you're-
needed that meat.
Yeah, and my body needed it, and like I think over the course of the 5 years, I kind of fought it. I like was supplementing a lot, like with vitamins and stuff, but nothing truly felt like satisfying. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I stayed vegan for the animals, and then eventually I had to stop because of my health, and then that happened last year in September, around September, and then this year I was like, you know what? I feel like, you know, this is the type of lifestyle that I'm leading. Why wouldn't I start offering this to my clients?
Yeah.
You know, because it's what I believe in. It's what I'm feeding myself. And I've always stood by, like, if I'm doing this for myself, then why wouldn't I do the same thing for others? You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it just
that
made
makes
sense to start incorporating it. And I source the meat ethically. Like, I only do grass-fed,
Yeah.
organic. I work with, like, a lot of local farms. And I try my best to, like, make sure that everything I'm getting is just ethical.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like you said, it's not a one size fits all.
Exactly.
Right. If you
No,
could,
like,
you would
yeah.
do it. But I mean, at the end of the day, your body is gonna do what your body does. I think you're still doing it
Exactly.
more than enough good, as far as like choosing the right meat sources, not mass produced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
And,
know,
like,
like it's a more healthier cow or whatever you're using.
Was it raised right with
Healthier
parents?
cow.
Like what?
Was the cow raised with parents?
Well,
Yeah.
the cow gets massaged and walked.
No, that's Wagyu. That's literally
Wagyu
Wagyu.
meat.
But
They get
I'll
drunk.
give you this though. I really do respect the fact that you were open minded about it and you
Yeah.
accepted saying, hey, you know what? If this didn't work for me, obviously it's not gonna work for everyone else as well.
Yeah.
And you open it up because I'm sure there's hardcore vegans out there who would die to the cross saying, you know, no, I'm not gonna eat any meat.
And that honestly used to be me. I'm not
Dang.
even gonna lie to you.
Really?
Like I was someone that thought, oh, I'm gonna be vegan for the rest of my life, and I was like, fuck you if you eat meat. Like,
Oh, were you
I-
at that point? So like, I would eat in front of you, and you'd be like,
No, I wouldn't say it to
She'd
you,
be
but
on
I
the
would
road-
think
she'd
it
be
to
looking
myself.
at me like she
No, no,
hates
no.
me.
She'd be
Be
on the
like-
roads protesting, sitting in the middle of the road.
Like you'd be sitting on
I
the way
would
to
throw blood on people. Be like, that's what's happening.
buckets of fake
That's what you're
blood.
doing. Carry type beat.
That's funny.
Michael
But
Scott.
yeah. But yeah, so I did think I was gonna be vegan forever, and then when the first meal I had that wasn't vegan was salmon. It was king salmon.
Did you feel guilty?
I did. I cried actually. I did
It's so
cry.
good.
You know, now
But
that
let me
Crying
tell you-
after how good it was.
now that she's not vegan, she's going hardcore. She's going all out. She's
Bro.
eating like lengua. She's eating tripa.
Oh,
she's
dude,
eating
hey,
like
he's the-
Jesus.
she's
he's the
eating
one-
all these
Outing me
organs that
right
I've
now?
never eaten in my life.
No,
Like,
I eat
this
a
is-
lot of like beef heart, beef liver.
Yeah.
beef-
Really?
Yeah,
Exact- yeah.
a lot.
She's like,
But-
if I'm gonna do, I'm
What
gonna
is
do
that?
it right.
Did you follow that
Yes.
Liver King guy? Did you guys follow
Liver
that?
King.
Yeah, Liver King guy. Yeah,
Who is
no,
that?
Yeah, I've seen
apparently it's like super healthy to have like a bunch of like liver and
No,
heart.
it
and-
is. It is really good for you as long as you're sourcing it responsibly and like I don't know, like organically. I always tell people like diets are always gonna like fail. I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like diets are just a setup. But you should be
Setup or fail.
looking for stuff that is just good quality, and then the rest will fall in line. Like you don't have to like take stuff out. Just incorporate stuff that's good.
How does
Yeah.
one go about getting you as a private chef?
So I have a website, urbanmeats.com. Check me out.
We'll put your
Uh,
website on the links and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you. But you literally just go on there. I have like a little button that says "Let's work together," and then you submit an inquiry form. From there, I'll contact you, and then we'll kind of like set up an onboarding call. I run through like how my services work, and then that's typically how I do it. I don't like to just put on there how my services work because I feel like
Everyone's
I like
unique.
I like to
Yeah.
also like meet whoever's interested.
You see that pun?
Yeah.
I like to meet everyone who's.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ah,
You're
nice.
like she's fucking balls deep. She's balls deep in this.
do you screen your clients?
Screen
I
them.
mean, screen your pot like.
I should, honestly, but I
Hey,
don't.
starting now, we're screening clients, so you can't do
Screen
no
our
fishy
guests.
shit.
We should have screened
No.
Johnny before coming here.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm clean. Maybe a few. Actually, I do have an unpaid parking ticket.
I think everyone has a couple.
They're
few.
fucking coming for me.
Do you guys actually pay those your parking tickets?
I didn't.
I don't think I've
I
ever
did.
gotten one.
Did you?
Really?
I've
You
never
paid?
gotten one.
I paid
straight.
mine but mine was like $40, so I was like,
Oh,
fuck
my
it.
mom's gonna be listening to this.
I don't know how like. Didn't
Sorry,
you-
Mom.
Who was it that had a toll tag that was like near like a?
Oh, that was
Yeah,
different.
that
But you don't
Yeah,
want to.
that was different. Yeah, I
He's a changed
Oh.
man.
don't- yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, but okay. Remember those? I'm sorry, it's totally off track.
No,
here,
no.
But those red lights. Remember
Red light.
the one that would flash you when you ran a red light?
Oh
Flash
yeah,
you?
yeah. They got rid of
Okay,
those.
In school, in high school, we had a social studies teacher or something, history teacher, who Miss Timberview.
Miss
I don't
Timberview.
know.
I have
But-
no idea who that is. I
Okay.
thought you were
I
thinking
love it.
Mr. Head.
No, no, but
Mr.
look, no, listen. She
sorry.
was one of the, I guess,
Oh my god, I'm childish.
individuals who fought to have that red light removed in
In
Texas.
Arlington, right? Though.
Oh.
No, in Texas.
All in Texas.
And she
Slay.
I think she did it.
It was because of her.
Slay.
Well, actually, maybe it is Arlington.
I think it was. So it was in. She got him written in Arlington.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Arlington was
Oh, so you
big
do
on
know
the.
who she is.
Well, I heard the story. So she was. It was really big in Arlington.
So
I think-
Mrs. Timberview.
Yeah, she got
Yeah.
caught on one, and she was like, "Not on my watch."
Ooh.
And then she got him removed from
respect it.
Arlington, and then everybody else had to go by it because it wasn't fair. I guess.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
And then
We
I think
need-
I
yeah.
think after that it just transitioned to every like city nearby.
Yeah, because think about it. You're
'Cause
like,
you're not
why
paying,
are
you're
you?
not paying the government, you're paying a company.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
yeah.
it was.
Also, because like those red lights, sometimes they just take pictures of people who literally stop and then turn. So it's kind of just stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, my dad got one. He was pissed.
Did he pay it?
I don't remember. I'm sure he did.
I'm like, cool story, bro.
I remember my dad got one too. And I was like, this was when I started learning about the story.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Dad, don't pay it. Don't pay it. He was like freaking out. I'm gonna get deported. I was like, don't pay it. Trust me. And it just stopped hassling about it. And yeah, it worked out. He never got
The invoice is still there,
It's-
$1,000.
Me with it keeps racking up. They send him to prison.
he actually isn't.
Oh, is he?
No, I'm kidding.
Bro, I was about to be like, shit, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, that would have been bad. Oh.
But no,
Totally would've.
the bad thing about the red light thing is that I do see a lot of people just running red lights at night because I
That's
think it's
true.
legal now, right? In general,
I
to
don't
just
think-
run a red light.
You
if
can't-
it's
It's
empty.
It's not that it's illegal. It's just you can't get like pictures.
It's just that
taken.
nobody's watching.
No, you,
Yeah, nobody's
you're not gonna
watching.
get caught unless you get caught red-handed
Yeah.
by a
Yeah.
cop.
No,
He's
but
like, I've been running them. I thought it was legal. It's
no,
not.
hold on.
I look
you're
both
saying-
no, I
ways.
thought there was like an additional, like it was on an additional thing on top of like the red light camera. Like I thought they like made it legal to where you can just pass it if there's nobody there. Like even if a cop is there, like you'd be
Pass.
like,
Okay, you're
What?
saying
am I just imagining things?
pass a red light even if no one's there.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
My
I mean,
Nobody's
it's kind of the same
I
saying.
see
Does
what
it,
you're-
like at a certain hour. I mean, too.
what is that saying, Joni? If a tree falls in the wood,
Oh,
does it make a noise? So it's like, if I run it, did I run it? If nobody
Well,
saw me to run it,
so there's like an actual, I guess, whatever, like an explanation behind
So
that.
search it while you're at it or not.
Like if a tree falls in the woods,
Does it make a
anybody-
noise?
Does it make a noise? It doesn't, because there's no like
nobody's there to hear it.
Nobody's there to hear it. Your ears can't
Ah.
like take
So that's
in
why I
the
heard
sound.
on if he runs a light when no one's watching,
Exactly.
he's
He
never
didn't run
run
a red light.
Like Pim does. Yeah.
you cross out the exponents.
He's googling it.
no,
He's like, hold
I
up.
would Google it because
He's wanted.
like I don't think. I mean, that would be such a safety hazard. Saying, yeah, you can run red lights at 3 a.m. when no one's there.
That's like the most
Like-
unsafe time to run into.
This,
You know?
I have
Alright,
no
so-
idea where you got
Where did
that.
you
it
hear that
is,
from?
If a
One
tree
time?
falls
Right
in
on
the
Facebook.
forest, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one around to hear
Bitch,
it,
I
does
said
it
the
make
red
a
light, not the
sound?
tree.
No, I'm
Hey,
curious. Now let him finish.
no,
That's what
I'm like,
this
let him
is.
cook. Let him cook.
Okay,
I was
okay,
just
okay.
trying
Go
to
ahead, go
re-
ahead, go ahead, go
I was
ahead.
trying to repeat the same.
Yeah, no, I got you. I was with you. I was 100% with you. I knew you were searching that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's
yeah, I don't
cooking.
know about the red light thing. I think I was just imagining things. I've just been running.
Herno's
What's
been
new?
running red
Yeah.
lights thinking it's normal.
Yeah, fuck it.
That's kind of crazy.
I mean, there's nobody there. No cop, no stop. Am I right?
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What were you?
I'm calling
what
the
were you
police.
googling?
That sound saying, if
Well,
a tree falls in the forest and
Mhm.
there's no one around to hear it, does it make a sound?
What's the answer?
What's the verdict?
It's a whole article. I'm not reading it.
We'll just read like the
Okay,
highlights.
so the answer
Yeah.
to this age-old question seems to be simple. It depends on how we define sound. If we define it as a vibrating air, the falling tree makes a sound. If we define it as a conscious experience, the lonesome falling tree does not make a sound.
I define it as a conscious experience.
So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
I feel like the sound needs to be absorbed by something. Like, I don't know, experienced.
So you're saying it does make a sound?
It is
It
not.
does not.
It does not make a sound.
Mm-mm. I think the trees just want to be like they're just.
They're
I don't know
vibing.
when-
showing off.
They might even get up and move in another position. You'll never know.
Do y'all believe in like Sasquatches and shit? Cause like I really do.
Okay, there's.
Oh,
I
you're like
don't
you're a
know.
hardcore believer in it?
I am like
You
a
know
really
what's-
big believer in like forest, like creatures and
Yeah.
stuff in the
Skinwalkers.
ocean. Skinwalk, hell yeah,
Skinwalkers.
For
skinwalkers
real?
for sure. Yeah,
Skinwalkers,
yeah.
those are the things that turn into humans, right? Or
They're like
well,
animals
they
that
can
turn into
replicate
bodies.
humans. Like they can like
Don't they replicate human noises?
yeah.
Like when you're in the forest and you're
Yes,
oh,
Yes.
it's those videos.
that's like so bone chilling. I don't know,
Ooh.
like
It's just that dude on
ugh.
TikTok that's talking into the camera,
Yeah,
and then he's like, "Help!"
I know, and he's just standing there. Nothing's happening to him. But you know, there's people who live in like surrounded by wooded areas, like
The
you know, like in
Appalachian
the
Mountain.
yeah, and they all have like urban legends. Like you don't go into the woods at night. Everybody knows that.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Apparently, there's like if you live in the Appalachian Mountains as well, like if you hear banging your door, you're not supposed to open it because you let the spirits in.
Yeah,
and then
that's
it's a common
Crazy.
thing though. Like in the Appalachians, like everyone knows about that. I didn't know that till like last night.
Rudy's like, I was there last week. I was like, hello.
Hey man, come on in.
Who else is at my door? It's like 3 in
But
the
no,
morning.
like it's crazy. Like what must have happened there for all those spirits? I don't know.
Isn't it like an
It's-
Indian, like Native American type thing?
Or
I
wa-
mean,
or was it when-
possibly?
I
yeah.
think one of them was like in the 13 colonies when they tried exploring west,
Mhm.
and they didn't know there was the Appalachian Mountains there. So when they got the mountains, they were like, "Oh fuck," they got nowhere to go, and I think they tried climbing the mountains. I don't know, going over, and a lot of them died.
I don't know.
I feel like
Is it real? Are the things real?
no one will know, but I really do feel like they are. Like I just feel like the ocean is like kind of like the forest. It's just vast, and there's like an endless amount of possibilities. And then you hear about like national parks and people visiting,
Yeah.
and like they go like missing, and they can never find them. I don't know.
She's
I
like,
just feel like they're being eaten
like,
or something.
math.
Would you ever go like camping
Yeah.
and then like with maybe just you by yourself,
Oh no, not by myself.
he's like,
Well,
let
I
me-
am
but, like,
not an
but, like,
outdoorsy person.
but document the whole thing and like have it
he's
live
like, I'm
or
gonna raise
something?
the stakes.
I feel like if you go live, you don't feel
Okay.
as alone.
But like,
But
you get eaten on live,
right?
like, oh shit, it's
Arnav's
real.
gonna find it on Reddit.
Right? The Sasquatch doesn't give a fuck who's watching.
So
He's hungry.
do you not think it's just bears?
I don't know. You really
Like if you're being like a realistic person, you like
it could be bears, but also I just feel like the world is too big for us to
we're
just
making
like
it too basic,
minimize.
too
Yeah,
simple.
like there's things that our minds can't comprehend or like
Mm.
even
yeah,
you
I agree with you on that.
fourth
Yeah.
dimension.
it's the truth. And then also like with aliens and stuff.
So
Yeah.
if you had to rank like Sasquatch, Bigfoot, aliens, like what would you like?
What's more believable? Or
yeah,
what's like?
what do you
What's
believe in more? Like
aliens or
aliens,
Sasquatches?
Sasquatch, yeah.
I would say
Think
if
about
I
this-
had
think
to
about this
compare the
carefully, 'cause
two.
I'm
Hold on.
Okay.
What would you be more that's real?
Mhm.
Monsters on Earth or aliens?
Aliens. Just
Mm.
because, okay, so like the Earth, yes, we have shit that we can't explain, and there's stuff here that we probably have never come across or like begun to explore. But space, holy shit, like that's
Yeah.
completely different.
Oh, you're coming up with this logically, yeah. no, she
Yeah,
got a
like I
point.
mean, there's galaxies. Like you know, you what is it? What's that telescope that they?
the new one they made.
Oh,
Yeah.
the New Burrow 3064th length.
I don't know, yeah, that
Nah,
one.
I just
I'm
made
like,
that-
I
I just
don't
made
know,
that up.
shit.
I just made that up.
I'm like, I guess he knows. No, but it's oh god, James Webb,
Oh,
the James
James Webb.
Webb.
I was way off.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll let it slide. But but it's the James Webb, and they're constantly coming up with new photos of space. And then there was like a picture they took of the sky, and they were like, this is equivalent to a grain of sand, and there was
Oh, I've
hundreds
seen
and
that.
thousands, millions of stars
Yeah.
and like galaxies and just things that are like light years away
So
that we've never reached. Like
The odds
that's
are-
just a little piece of sky.
The
Like
odds are in
we're
your
so
favor.
tiny. Yeah.
the odds are in your favor.
Oh yeah. We're the ghetto.
I feel like we've had
Earth
mo-
is the ghetto.
But we've had so many people living on Earth. Think about it. It had to be a first
Yeah.
human, right?
Hmm.
There's like countless stories. It could be just stories told down generation by generation, but people eyewitness accounts, right, saying, no, I've
Yeah.
seen this shit. Like, this is
Yeah.
hundreds of years ago. They're seeing the same thing that people are saying, I've seen it right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like we do have some creepy shit in the forests. Not
Mhm.
gonna lie. I feel like we do have ghosts. I do think there's another dimension
Oh yeah, no,
that is kind of in our type.
I just
realm.
experienced a ghost encounter the other day. I don't know if it was a
Oh,
ghost,
shit.
but like I feel like it was.
Oh, Rudy wouldn't let
Um,
you in if you said that.
I mean, like it's fine.
No, go ahead, share it, please.
He's not here with me now, but I was in the kitchen and I had just brought my dog inside. For some reason I thought he was out of his crate, and I looked around. I was like, Max, where are you going? I literally
Stop.
saw.
You say,
No,
"Right here,
I
bitch."
saw something running. Around,
He stands up.
running around the kitchen, and I heard it too.
Ooh.
And I was like, Max, like, where are you going? I was just like following him because I saw like I don't know,
Yeah.
just like a blur of something run by, and he was in his crate the whole time.
Okay.
Max.
So, yeah.
Is his name?
His name is Max. Well, Maximus Perillius.
This is
My
your-
dad
this-
named
this is
him.
your dog right
Jesus
now?
Christ.
So cool.
This is your dog.
There you
this,
go.
this is the dog you have right now.
Yeah, he's a little
Okay.
golden dude.
And I'm sorry to bring this up like past, but you had a previous dog.
Yes,
Right.
Rocky.
Rocky. He was a
Wait,
passed
Rocky's not
away.
here?
No, Rocky passed.
passed
Do you think
away.
And-
you think it was Rocky?
Honestly, maybe I've had tarot readings before, and I've asked about him. Like I've connected with like a medium, and she's legit. So she's connected me with people who have passed, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Rocky's always with you." But she told me that he's not my spirit guide. Like he's traveled with me through lifetimes, but he's my dad's spirit guide,
What?
which is so crazy because they were close. They were really close when he was here.
What does that mean?
Like your spirit guide, I think, is just someone that travels with you through many lifetimes, but like has a kinship towards you. So like you always are in whatever lifetime you're in, if y'all believe in that.
She was like,
Dang
You're
it.
close.
I don't
me-
have one.
the
Is it
meeting-
you?
It's
y'all
me.
might. Yeah, I
It's
was gonna
me.
say y'all
It's your
might.
boy.
Y'all's romance.
I feel like it's Canelo,
Is it Canelo?
my cat.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
Well,
for
you.
you, yeah.
I've never seen your cat, and I've
He only
been here
comes-
so many
yeah.
times.
He's under there
Well,
right now.
Twice.
I think it's under here right
He's
now.
under the couch.
Literally,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
he just
hammock.
knocks
Underneath the
out.
couch. I just heard a
But
move.
I
so it's
love
crazy. So you
cats.
went to a medium and then she explained to you like, hey,
Yeah.
I know you like this dog, but he doesn't really think much of you.
That,
He's like, he actually
he's like,
doesn't fuck
that
with you.
or she's like
Now your dad.
childhood dog. She's like, oh no, he's there.
I
$5
literally-
in the bank account. She's like, no, he's there. He's there.
I told her, I was like, is Max my spirit guide? She goes, no. I was like, oh.
So he's just here for
Okay.
he's just here for the show. Like he's just
No.
What's for the-
enjoying
the
He
dad-
life.
loves me though. She's like, do you ever like? She described like specific shit, and she was like, oh, when you're cooking, do you ever see something like behind you? You feel like a presence, and I was like, I've never told anybody that, but yeah, sometimes like when I'm cooking, I'll look behind me and I see like something blur like run past me, and she's like, that's your grandpa.
What?
What?
Wait, what do you mean, grandpa?
Well, my grandpa he passed in 2018.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but she's like, he's my spirit guide, so that's like that's
So your
kinda-
grandpa-
Were you
Grandpa's
bummed
spirit
out?
Yeah. Was I bummed out? No,
Like-
hell yeah, I was lit.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, hell yeah, he's here. Like,
So what do you think
What
he
does
was
he
doing in the
think?
kitchen?
he's probably like,
He said that
Whip
shit don't
me
look
up
right.
something.
He's like, he's like, that's not me.
he's like,
Where'd you leave me? Where the leftovers at?
He's like, where's the carne asada? He's like, I
Come on.
came for some carne asada.
You started cooking some
He's
fake
He's
meat,
like,
and you woke
I'm so fucking disappointed right now.
you started cooking fake meat, and you woke him up from the grave.
He's like, what
No.
the fuck is this
Oh my
salsa, bro?
God.
Really? Hey, he
I
can't
like
get over
to
that
think He's
salsa.
proud
Yeah,
of
I really
me.
can't.
By the way,
You don't think
Oh,
he's
what
proud
happened?
of you?
No, I think he is.
Oh,
No,
okay,
he's
okay.
definitely proud
He's
of
like,
me.
"Don't
I
think
just like I remember growing up, I used to always be like, oh, I want to like. I've always known I wanted to help people. That's
Yeah.
literally just been always a goal of mine. But I feel like I am doing that. You know.
Yeah,
helping,
I
like,
agree.
Yeah. And I just
being
want to
creative.
expand more. Like I know exactly what I want to do. It's just a matter of like
Mm-hmm.
timeline. Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I'm still
Oh.
mind blown by this medium.
Yeah.
Is it medium or
She's-
median?
She's a medium. So she is. I don't know if she's clairvoyant. There's like different tiers. There's
Oh, shit.
clairvoyant. There's clairsentient. There's clairaudient. But I'm not sure how she
Whoa.
receives her information. But she
Just
like
so
actually. So she's been a family friend for years, and she and I hadn't talked for years.
Yeah.
And
we need to have her on here.
randomly she
She's-
ordered from
she's
Herba
next.
Beats.
Oh, really?
She ordered from
That's
Herba
really
Beats,
cool.
and so I went to go deliver to her. She was working at a hospital at the time, and then I walked up, gave her food, and she's like, "Hey, is there someone?" Or she said, "There's a man here with you," and I was like, "No, I came by myself." And she goes, "No, he's behind you," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, see,
And like, so I was like,
That's
"No," I
creepy.
was like, mm. I'm by
God, what do you-
myself. And she's like, no, like I feel a male presence. She described my grandpa to a T. She's never met him before
So
in her
that's
life.
what made you. That was my next question. What made you
Yeah.
believe her that she was not bullshitting?
No, she was not bullshitting at all because, like, she's never met my grandfather. And she described him. She's like, he has a really big mustache. And, like, he is so proud of you. He has his hand on your shoulder right now. Like, and when she told me that, I broke down. Like, I started crying because,
Drop her food.
yeah, I was just like, fuck. I know, I was not. I'm like, girl, I just came to drop off food right now. But, yeah, like, it was
That's
just
insane.
really crazy. And she was giving me very specific details of things. She's like, oh, your grandpa said to slow down. And I was like, oh, does he think I work too much? And she goes, no. She says you drive too fast. And I was like, bro, I
That's
was
kinda
speeding on the way
cute.
here. That's great.
She's over here setting herself up like,
That's
ah,
hilarious.
am I
Yeah.
being too six?
Yeah.
You almost ran that light.
But she's always giving me very accurate readings.
So-
None, you know.
Yeah.
You
The,
know.
the median
honestly.
after she dropped that, she's like, now for $9.99 a month.
She's like, he has
There's literally
one,
people like that. There is.
he has one more sentence for you, but your time's up.
She's-
It's important. It's really important.
There's people like that on TikTok. Did you? Oh, one time I got like catfish by a witch on TikTok.
Oh, you got cat.
Oh,
Bro,
witch?
because I'm
A real
honestly so
witch?
gullible. Yeah, a real witch.
What
Yeah,
were you
and-
looking for?
Well, okay, so
What
I'm
were
not
you
even gonna
trying
get.
to-
I'm not
what
gonna
were
get
you
into
trying
it.
to
I'm
do?
not gonna get into it.
Okay.
But I was like, I have a question. You know, like sometimes you scroll on TikTok, you see those lives.
Yeah.
And someone was like, "Oh, yes or no questions," and she was pulling tarot. And so I asked her a question. She's like, "Yes," and I didn't want to hear that answer. And she was like, "Okay, well, call me and I'll give you a free reading." Hell yeah, who doesn't want a free reading?
Sure.
Called her, and all of a sudden she gives me this reading. And it's very accurate, like very to a T. And I was like, "Holy shit!" And she's like, "Okay, well, I can go more in depth. Like I can." She told me I had a demon attached to me. And that's
Ooh.
why I was having bad luck. And at the time, I really was having bad luck.
Yeah.
And so I was like, damn, well, like, okay, this makes sense. And she's like, okay, well, send me $100. And I was like, guys.
You're like, I'll live with the demon. It's okay.
I sent it.
Oh, you sent
the
it?
$100.
And what did she say?
I didn't tell Nan. Did I tell you that?
No, you didn't tell me
No,
that
I
part. You
sent
said
it.
you
That part
just
out.
didn't.
It's because it's so fucking
I
embarrassing.
appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
the
but
honesty.
why
Yeah.
is it embarrassing to the
Now everybody
Because I
knows.
sent $100 to a fucking witch.
But what happens though?
No, but I mean,
She said, so I sent her 100. What were you saying? What
no,
were
no.
you
I was gonna say like, if someone would have told me that and it was 100% true, like something that they described that they didn't know, a total stranger,
Yeah.
I would have felt for it too. Honestly.
She actually told
Yeah.
me, you take care of your parents. She's like, you like make sure that they're eating right. Like you're a chef. And I was
Yeah.
like, how the fuck do you know that? Like, I don't know.
So okay, so you keep saying I sent money to a witch. Like, what's so bad about
That's what I'm asking.
a
Why
witch?
was
Like,
it bad?
Why was
Well,
it bad?
okay, so there's like in the spiritual world, there's like good people who dabble in like what would you call it? Like white magic. So like the woman that her name's Kim, by the way,
Yeah.
the one who always gives me readings. And she would be
Does
an
it for
example of
good.
like a good.
They do it for good.
Yeah, yeah, a
Okay.
good spiritual person. But this witch had bad intentions, which is why she was like, "Oh, you have a demon attached to you. Send me $100."
Hence the witch name.
Yeah,
Hence
No,
why
well,
she's a
there,
witch.
there,
No,
are, there are
like-
good witches though. Is what
there
you-
are good witches. Like
Oh.
think of Wizard of Oz.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Hell yeah. I mean, there's good and bad and everything, yin yang. Like
Okay,
it's-
Oh,
so
I guess you're right.
here's my next question. And so you're talking
Yeah.
about having a demon attached to you, and then when you talk about demons, it starts getting biblical,
yeah.
God and devil. So are you like a believer in that as well?
So
or
I used to be atheist,
Wow.
and like I don't know. I think like it was when I maybe was in like a darker place.
okay,
And I'm not saying I'm religious. I'm definitely not like a religious
Right.
person, but I believe in like a higher power.
Mm.
I think I believe in God. I do.
wow.
Because I just feel like, you know, he did
Is it maybe
exist at
like
one
the
point.
structure of it that you don't
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
right?
I don't like organized religion.
Right.
I just
agree
feel
with
like
you.
yeah, because I just feel like, you know, you get into that and then people have their own interpretations and then they
Right.
push that. And like
Everybody has their own.
it gets to the point where it's like, you know,
It's not even
people are
religion. It's just more.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even. I'm sorry.
it's
like,
control.
yeah, yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
It's
Turn on
fear mongering.
Turn on Suikin over there. He's like, shit.
Nan's
yeah,
like,
whenever religion
Oh my
comes
God.
up, he's
Nan's
like,
like,
like
I'm a fucking
religion, bro.
Satanist.
Fuck religion. Fuck all.
So for me, like hearing the readings and everything, I personally never done it, right? And I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of people like myself in those shoes that are like, girl, they probably have a team of Googlers and they found your Instagram and they found your grandpa's
You
thing.
Googleizers.
You know what I mean? That's what people probably think. It's like they searched her up like that before her meeting
Yeah.
and they know about her. But like you said, there's really personal things that, you know, they were talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like if I were to go myself and I was about to get like really tripped out. Like if they said something to me that only I would know for sure, because I'm not really into that at all, it might sway me into the other.
Direction.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
I
what
mean,
happened to me with the witch.
Because I'm not really a believer in it like at all. I'm not going to claim to be. Nothing wrong with it.
And
Yeah.
in
But-
readings or
In readings and
Okay.
and people saying there's something next to me or something like that, unless I could see it. You know what I mean? But if-
tonight's
You're
tonight's
more
gonna
of
be like
like
surprise,
they're,
motherfucker.
they're like, I'm ready tonight. About to give him an
It's like,
experience.
oh, you want proof?
she told
What
me,
was
she
her
was
feat?
like, oh, there's like the demon attached to you is a succubus. Do you know what a succubus is?
No, what is that?
No, what is
It's like
that?
a demon that rapes people. I'm sorry, I know this is like very
What?
vulgar, but
No,
yeah,
no,
like she
I've never-
told me
this is
that.
I'm amazing, but it's
Yeah,
crazy.
and so I was like, what? Ew, like I don't know, like that really alone made me question, like,
But what does that
The whole
have? I don't
thing.
know. I guess it would be a question for the witch.
yeah, no, I blocked her on everything actually, because she asked me to send her more money after I sent the
she
$100.
said, "Hey, my rent's coming up."
Yeah, she's like,
I didn't
I'm
tell you.
trying
I
to
didn't
save
tell
in
you
my
about this
bag.
other demon you had for
She's like,
$200.
his name's Carl.
she's like, Carl, fucking left field, just way crazy.
I didn't even see him, but like he's here now.
He's
He
like
wa-
this. do the hair thing. He's like in the back like this.
he's like,
So going back, was it your what was it called? Your spirit
Yeah.
spirit guide or
my spirit. Wait, are you talking about the one who gives me the readings that are
no
actually
no no,
good?
no, no. You know how your dad's Rocky was
Yes. His spirit guide.
spirit guide.
Yes.
So it's unlimited to what it can be. So it's not only a human; it can be a dog, it can be
Yeah,
a bird.
Like a soul. It has to
I
be a soul,
believe in
right?
reincarnation. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
So I
Mm.
do. I do. I don't know, like, you know how I said I'm not religious? I just feel like every religion got like a little something right. You know? And I just feel like I like reading about different religions and different beliefs because I feel like, okay, you know, this could make sense, but we'll never know until we're not here.
Yeah.
But I've had like very deep shroom trips
Oh.
where I've like, I've really pondered life. And I think at one point I had a shroom trip and I realized I was the universe experiencing itself.
Hey, wake up, Johnny.
Yeah. But no, like,
in her,
it's so
she's
weird.
in her closet talking to herself right now. You're not
Right,
even-
I'm like, like in a straight jacket.
There's no such thing as red courthouse. This is all fake. Wake up, Johnny.
I'm actually in a mental institution.
Look at the bottom of your socks.
They're grippy.
Grippy,
Fuck.
grippy socks.
They're fucking gripped.
But
That's crazy.
no,
What if
you
you-
know what though?
What if you were guys? What if you were to wake up right now?
Oh,
Boom. Hey, bro.
should I be like, put me back to sleep?
No, I
That was
would've been
lit. Like,
I was like, Rudy,
I love that.
you've been in a coma for like 5 years, man.
Oh.
Bro, okay,
So
so
like, we've been trying to get you to wake up. Like, and I'm old. I'm like 40.
okay, so I was hearing about that on TikTok. Someone was talking about that. Like, it's everything here. It's not a, what do you call it? Anyways, everything's a dream, right?
Yes.
So when
Yes.
I had my surgery, when I had to go under, I was thinking, I'm like, what if I'm not going under, but I'm waking up?
Oof.
And I wake
you
up
get into
and
that
it's a
shit.
whole different world. And I'm just like, I was so paranoid, but now here I am.
That's how I feel about sleep. I feel like we, like, you know, quantum jumping and, like, you know, stuff like that. Like when you're sleeping, and that's why you get messages. You're getting them from your higher self. And I actually talked to Nan about this recently, how, like, the past, the present, and the future are all existing at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, there's no such thing as, like,
It's not-
time.
it's
It's a
not
man-made
linear.
concept, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're thinking of ourselves in the future, that person does exist. That's why we're able to manifest things, because we create those things in our mind
Never
and we
thought of it like
eventually
that.
manifest them into reality. But when we're thinking back into the past, you know, think of like moments where you have deja vu, or like you're like, oh, I feel like I've been here. It's your past or your future self, sending you energy like from the future.
So,
Like-
so you talked about manifestation and like, do you think there's multiple futures of yourself? Because you can
Yes.
also manifest
yeah.
something bad and
Yeah.
you know, two things.
Yeah, it's all subjective. Like there's nothing completely concrete. It's what you make it. Like you are what you think, what you do, your habits. That's always going to shape your future, but whatever you can think is possible. 100%. Like you
Yeah,
can
like, I
be
could
whatever
just,
the
like,
fuck you want to be.
Yeah, I could reach her right now and just punch her. There's consequences.
Yeah,
It would
exactly.
literally alter
You
the
would-
course
It's
of
a good
everything.
example, yeah.
He could have been like a godfather to my kid, but if I punch the shit out of him, that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and it's over.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
the murderer.
So
of
you
this
can
kid.
like
And then he goes to jail.
yeah. Like oh god, this is such a bad example, but like a good example. Twilight, Twilight, like how Alice Cullen would have those visions and shit. And then she had the vision of Bella dying,
Yeah.
but she didn't actually die. She just like, almost died. And, she mentioned like it's all subjective. You can change your future. Like there is certain things that, could happen, but that's all up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People think that we're in an alternate reality right now.
I mean,
they
could be
think
right.
that we, like with the whole 2020 thing that happened, there's like a whole thing going on TikTok where people were saying like, hey, we did like a jump into like, when we flipped into a different technically universe. They were
Yeah.
like, everything's too different. We're doing things like in a whole different, point of view. And they were pointing things out to like a lot of like real, like they had like some really good points, and I was getting a little freaked out.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me find out, bro. I was like, we really like, this is for real. The whole world did a flip.
That's a very realistic possibility.
That's kind of crazy.
I believe in that. I believe in like jumping realities and things like that. I mean,
I would definitely believe that
Totally.
just because for me it feels like a real big blur in my
Yeah.
memory. But I'm pretty sure
my
that's
youth was
also
robbed.
That might
it
be
all-
the drugs.
yeah, it might have been the drugs, but also it's like
Might
it
have
was a
been
whole
the
lot of
heroin.
nothing going on, you know.
It must have been all
Well-
the Celsius you drank, bro.
Bro, for real.
I don't
Well,
know.
the Celsius
I
with
feel
the
like
heroin?
I'd have to see what you saw to make me kind of question it. Because right now, I mean, I get your point, her. I'm like saying it feels like a blur or nothing happened. But at the same time, you're right. Nothing really did happen because you couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
So you just kind of waited there. The time just passes by.
right.
About what? What are you talking about?
So we quantum jumped or we flipped, and Hernan saying that it feels like a blur, like we didn't do anything.
Oh, we're
and-
talking about the COVID time?
Yeah,
in that
during
time?
that
Yeah,
COVID
during
time,
that
that's what I'm
time.
saying. Yeah,
So and I was like, I get why you feel like that, but at the same time, it's exactly what we did. We didn't do anything because we didn't have anything to do.
Mhm.
So that's why it feels like that.
yeah.
Your brain just cut it out. Like, this shit was useless.
Yeah,
It was like nothing.
nothing happened. So of course your brain's like, what's the point of keeping this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
but it could also be an alternate reality. You're right.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Jonah
There-
just opened my eyes to a whole different
Do
world.
you,
of possibilities.
Anything you can imagine is real. Anything.
Do your parents know about this?
About my craziness?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they raised me.
Are you on medication?
She's like, what time is it?
I wish. No, but I had like written in my notes app the other day. Let me pull this up for you guys. And I
Okay.
read it to my mom and dad, and they were like, "Holy shit!"
When do
if
you release this info?
When do I release
When
it?
you're dating somebody? Is it like a third date type deal? Is it
First
the first
date.
date? You just
Really?
Text
fucking- You just
messaging.
let it rip.
Right off the fucking bat, I'm
Oh,
like,
no,
"Listen,
whenever
you didn't know
she
you're
meets
fucking with a real
somebody.
bitch."
Okay.
Like-
So can
First
you,
words.
can you do like readings on someone else?
Can I?
Like example, if you're gonna date somebody potentially,
Yeah.
and you want to know more about them, how they are like spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that?
can you do research on them spiritually?
so
or I don't know
I'll
how to
do
explain
like
it.
astrological chart readings, because I'm really into astrology as well. That's like another
What's
leg
that?
of
Like is that the Libra
spirituality.
stuff? Libra, Sagittarius, all that.
Mhm.
Yeah, Libra, Capricorn, Taurus.
Well, you already know mine. Yeah.
I
Yeah, she
know.
knew mine
Yeah,
too.
that's
It's not like she
kinda
didn't
okay.
just guess, guys. No, she
I didn't just guess. I fucking know. Like I know
We've been
all my
friends
friends.
for a while.
She does
Yeah.
do this like with everybody that we meet.
But to
so
be honest, though,
right off
like
the bat.
you can't let it like and say that astrology isn't real. There's just too much.
No,
It's
I
a.
I think it's
agree.
accurate.
It is because that is probably one of the oldest references that we have
yeah.
to like our connection to the stars and the Mayans even with the pyramids.
So I think that goes back to what you said that every religion or every belief is not fully right, but they've got something right about them.
yeah,
And when I read about that part of it, like, for example, I'm a Libra, and I read some of that stuff on there, and I'm just like, damn, this is pretty. This is pretty spot on.
the fact that you and my dad are so similar, it's crazy. Like they both play guitar, they're both artsy, and I feel like you're a really organized person. Like you
Ooh.
don't like mess. My dad is the same. He's very like, what is that on the floor? What's this? What's that? Like,
I
it's
feel like
like-
I'm very, or I guess you're right. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know.
I would describe it in a different way. Not necessarily organized, but when
Yeah.
it comes down to
Like
production
clean.
or anything,
Yeah, I
it
like
needs
things.
to be
Specific.
spot on. Or if
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
not gonna.
look at this place.
I was
Yeah.
already ready to go, like, but no, they're really like they pinpoint on every little detail, which is
Yeah.
important, right? Because that's just a way
It's a
they are.
blessing and a curse, man.
It's a
But-
blessing.
Like you
I
saw
mean,
me like
yeah.
right now we were getting ready, and I'm not gonna lie, I did get a little frustrated in the beginning.
He's like, I'm not.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I'm
hey
not gonna
guys,
lie.
step back.
He's like, was it? Was
He's
it?
gonna fucking kick.
Was it obvious?
He's on the
guys?
loose.
He's gonna kick your bag again.
Oh
back?
my
Let's-
God.
let's get
I'm
into
never
that.
gonna fucking forget that.
Let's go into it. It's a good
Ever.
segue now. Come on, we have to. It's in the open now.
Yeah,
Should I
There's
talk about
two
it?
Yeah, go ahead, go
Should
ahead.
I, should I tell
stories
my
to-
side of the story and then Rudy tells his?
Yeah, set
Yeah,
the
you
scene.
can.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Set the scene.
Okay. It was a cold winter's day,
Okay.
1926. And it keeps getting lower and lower. No, but okay. So we were in geometry, and I think I had fallen asleep, and Rudy took a picture of my toes.
You were wearing
So
chanclas.
I was fucking pissed because
forgot
at the
about that.
because in high school they
but
looked
no one
crusty.
no one knew it was
Like-
you. No one knew
They
it was
did
you.
know it was me, and then you uploaded it, and I was like, man, at first I was upset, and I was like, it's
wait,
kind
wait,
of funny.
wait. Was there a caption?
There was, I don't think there was a caption,
No,
but like
Ru-
the toes said it all. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
it was
Like, like how do you even?
It was just
you
like-
can't caption
But
that.
no one knew who toes.
Yes, but it was still embarrassing because I knew they were my toes and like
Okay,
they were just
okay.
exposed. And so
Valid.
yeah, I got kind of pissed, but then I was like, whatever, it's funny. So then the next class, he fell asleep,
Okay.
and I took a picture of him and I uploaded
of
it.
what?
I took a picture of his head.
I look bad.
His
bro.
face.
No, what
It
was it?
bad.
His face.
I was
I
like,
thought
I
it
think I
was
was like
the-
drooling and like.
Yeah, yeah. He was like,
My
he had like
tongue
his
out.
mouth open and shit. But like, I took a picture of him, I uploaded it, and yeah, he ended up, finding out about it, and he got pissed, and he like was like, oh, delete it, and I was like, my bad, like. I didn't delete it actually.
No, no,
I
no.
think
You didn't say my bad.
Wait,
Oh,
no,
sorry,
finish.
sorry.
What did I
Go ahead,
say?
go
What
ahead,
did I
go ahead.
say?
No, go
Finish
ahead,
your
go ahead, go
story.
ahead.
Wow, typical.
No, go ahead.
So then you said,
Let women speak.
Go ahead,
No, no.
Finish it.
so
I
then
will
Rudy's
not
like, what
be
the hell?
silenced.
And then
So then I think I said, I don't know if I said my bad. I think I was just like, it's no big deal. Like, it's just a pic. You took a picture of my feet. I took a picture of you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got pissed. And he stood up and kicked the shit out of my bag. And my bag, keep this in mind, we had laptops in high school. That there was like very fragile things in there, and it flew across the room, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I was literally like, "I'm turning away because I'm a little fucking scared right now." Like, holy shit! And so, and the teacher was like, "Young man," and then he literally walked out. I think he walked out after that, or either that or you moved places. And I was like, "Oh my god! Like, what just happened?" And I was like, oh, "Okay, well, like that happened, but he'll get over it." Next class period, I brought us hot Cheetos because that was our thing.
Yeah.
We used to eat hot Cheetos in class, and then I was like,
Oh,
"Hey,
shit, we
like
did, yeah.
I was like, hey, I brought us hot Cheetos," and he literally gave me the cold shoulder, and he didn't talk to me for like a year. I swear to
Oh,
God,
wow, this is
he
like
didn't
an
talk to me for like
entire
a year.
year.
And I was like, damn. And I even talked to some other people that were close to him, and I
Yeah.
was like, hey.
I
Have you
would-
talked to Rudy? Because, like, I kind of miss him and I want to, like, be friends again. And they were like, I don't know, man. Give him time. I'm like, a fucking year? Jesus Christ.
Look, moral of the
I do
story is
not.
that there's a happy ending. We're in the same room.
Oh, yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah. And then eventually we started talking again.
Yeah. That's
But that took a
funny.
while. It took a while. What was your recollection of the incident?
So honestly, it's probably around the same thing.
He's like,
See?
I
Spot
do
on.
remember taking your toe pictures. Um,
Was there a caption?
He's like, I
Rudy?
do
No,
remember
there
the
was no
picture of your
caption.
patas.
no one knew. No one knew it was her though.
I knew it
He's
was
like,
me.
again, it wasn't.
Me and the Lord knew.
Okay. And then then she took that picture of me, and I remember I was getting frustrated, and I took it off, and then she was mocking it and showing everybody else.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're
that
walking
sounds
around the
honestly,
room
that
showing?
sounds like me.
And
Not
then
gonna lie.
that pissed me off because I wasn't doing that for your picture. No one even knew it was you. So then, what I remember though, I think I remember the teacher telling me to get down or go to my desk, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I got mad and I just kicked the bag. I didn't know it was your bag.
So anybody could have been
I'm
a
like,
victim of it.
Yeah.
Lucky.
It could have been the biggest
Lucky
guy in the room. I
choice.
would have got beat up by someone else.
Shit.
And then I didn't walk out. He sent me to the corner of the desk,
That's even worse.
which is probably worse.
I think all of us were like
And then,
scared of you from that day forward.
No,
We were just
I
like,
get it.
Oh my God. What is
I just-
he
I just-
capable of?
I just
No,
know at that moment, I know I was like very insecure
eh.
about myself, and I know they saw the image, and I'm just like, oh my god, everyone's gonna see this, blah blah. And I was just freaking out. Like now, if you do it, like whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Oh. Go ahead. Everyone had your bags.
No. I'm honestly over it. I just like bringing it up because it's funny. Like I don't
wait,
know.
so
I don't mind
That's
bringing it up.
hilarious.
The
It's
only
just funny.
time I hate it when you bring it up is in front of your parents. I feel bad.
Oh
I'm
my
just like,
god, my
I
parents
feel like your
are the
mom's
most.
gonna like,
No, my mom's the most forgiving person.
I
My
love your
dad
mom and
doesn't
your
give a
dad.
shit. Does not care.
Wait,
Her-
so
her-
why'd you give her the cold shoulder? Did you give her the
Yeah.
cold shoulder?
Well, because he got
for
like a
embarrassed
year.
in the classroom.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
honestly though, that was kind of hoish of me. Like I hoed him like that. Like if I that actually happened and I was showing everybody, I probably would have.
so Joni's the type like when you, if you can prank her, but like she'll prank you back. Like be ready to prank you back.
Yeah.
And she'll
Don't
get
call
you
me
good.
out. I do.
You know?
No, you
I
are.
do.
I can see
But
that.
I
I'm an
respect it
Aries
because I'm kind of the same way. Like
Mhm.
you know, these guys prank me, and then I can go. Remember that prank I did on, on Chris's
I will
car?
wait for
God.
years. Years. I will let that shit marinate. And like I'll get you back.
I'm still letting mine marinate.
From what?
Okay, so
He's like, you know, bitch.
there was there,
You got 5 years left.
Jesus
no,
Christ.
during
Now I'm talking about Rudy.
Oh, okay. I was like, what did I do?
no, there was
Oh
a
my god.
during COVID, we were working out and at his cousin's gym and or garage gym. It doesn't matter, but at the time I was working at a print shop,
Yeah.
and you know we can print stuff randomly here for free, whatnot. And I had some extra decal stuff, and I was like, oh, I can
Yeah.
bring some stuff on here, like a poster for my room or whatnot. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
And then for some reason I said, oh my god, I can stick this on a car and like prank somebody. And I decided to type out no fat bitches. No fat bitch.
Stop.
It was about
It was like
maybe
it was
18
like,
inches long.
It was big.
It was
Just to
big.
clarify, I am not fat phobic. I'm just laughing at this joke.
Okay, and I'm the same way. I'm not fat phobic, but I've just
That's exactly what someone who is fat phobic would say.
Who came up with the caption?
no. It'd be like, I have fat friends.
I have one fat friend. I'll have you know.
No, but I think I saw somebody do it, and I was like, I'm gonna steal this, and so I grabbed the decal and I snuck it out. Chris used to live close to me, and I drove up one night. I put it on the passenger side so he couldn't
On the
see.
passenger seat. So whenever you go to your car, my way was like boom, my car door, boom, boom. And then
This is a really good prank.
I
Like
still got-
honestly,
I
that's
still
so
have the
good.
video where I recorded. I was like, and then you think about Chris driving.
so dude, I went to
And-
work.
He pulls up next to someone.
I went to work and I drove home, and like, I don't know how many people would have saw it. I don't think it was that, but people saw it. But
They
I
report
wasn't.
you?
I was a big. I at first when I found out,
Oh
I
my
was
God.
mad, but then it was like a harmless prank, so I couldn't be mad. So I was like,
The only thing where I feel bad about is that I
But
used the
it-
wrong decal. So it was kind of
He's
He's like the
it was
left
kind of
the
hard to take
quality
off.
was.
It was
I
hard to
left
take off.
residue on my shit. I was
Oh,
like,
It'll come off though.
damn.
It's just more
Okay.
difficult to come off.
That makes sense, but it did come off eventually.
It came off.
but like I
Okay.
said, like that type of prank, it was funny at the end of the day when I thought when
Yeah.
I could take a step back.
That's
I was
a
like,
good
you're
one. And then
fucking-
I'm stealing
But
that idea.
just think about it. Think about it. Close your eyes and think. Chris driving,
Mhm.
and then you're driving. You know, you pass him and you see in his passenger, no fat bitch.
I'm like, this guy's a piece of
so
shit.
they think either they think I'm badass and they're like fuck, like
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
bro, or they're you're a piece of shit. It's only two ways you
Or
can
like,
think of.
I was thinking, like, what if you're in Uber and then you pick up your, like, what if you're a customer who wants to get picked up by Uber and then you see that on your Uber, you're like, oh shit.
And I was gonna get him back, but I forgot.
Oh yeah, what was
He's
your
letting
what
it
was your
marinate.
prank? What was
He's
your
coming
prank?
back?
I can't. I don't think I can say that anymore.
Oh,
Oh,
Wait, so your boss or your coworkers never saw the decal?
No, no one said it at my job, but when
They're
I drove
like,
away, because I
"Ooh."
didn't park right in front. It was that I was helping out at 360 and
Mm-hmm.
Camp Wisdom,
Yeah.
the Chase there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
with the way I parked, it was like by a tree and shit. So no
They're
one
like,
really
did
saw
you
it.
see Chris's new decal on the side of his car?
that's why you never got
As a
promoted.
fat bitch, I am offended.
That's why I never got promoted.
Like me myself as a
As someone of a larger stature,
She's like,
I,
she's like,
I am fucking
The fat-
offended.
I do
Chris.
appreciate that he took the. I think you googled like what can you get pulled over for.
oh yes,
So
yes.
He made sure that
So-
I couldn't get pulled over.
This
for
man
it.
did
Yes.
research.
So
Holy.
because I was gonna put like other words on there, another whole another sentence or whatnot phrase, but it's gonna have cuss words, and I was like, ooh. And I searched it up. I was like, in Texas, you can get arrested by this or
Oh
pulled
my
over.
So you can say bitches.
Yeah, you can say no. Maybe I don't know about now. You can don't quote me on this now,
I
but
mean,
at that time
it's
you could
changed.
legally, but no fat bitches.
Legally. I'm gonna say Rudy got fucking pulled over. He sends me the article. He sends me the article. He's like, no, show them this.
Now show the cops
this.
this.
Oh my god,
So that was funny.
Ah,
that's
But
a really good.
I forgot
one.
to get him back. I'll probably wait till he has his first kid.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We can give the kid a tattoo
I'm
that
sure-
says "No fat bitches."
I'm sure I have a kid
A
down there.
permanent tattoo, bro. What is it, bro? It's a prank, bro.
Calm down.
On the forehead. Like just pull the beanie down. Just slide it down.
Put 666 on his skull.
That's Hernan. He did
Take
it
him to,
Like on
voluntarily.
take him
some
to the
omen
church
shit.
and be like, hey, what's wrong with this baby? I mean,
Power of Christ.
check up here. And he's going to be like,
Oh my god.
Are you really cooking up a prank though?
yeah, to this day.
You are.
To
Yeah,
this
we are.
day.
What did I do to you?
He said, we
Right.
are.
None.
So we, yeah.
Oh,
That's
I don't
part of
think
the
I've-
surprise.
Nan's in on it
I
now.
don't
You
think
better
I've
watch
pranked you.
yourself.
Oh, no, I have like a whole system. I have an ecosystem of people.
Actually, can I join?
He's bringing us all together.
Because I never got him back for the
Oh
backpack
yeah,
thing.
we can all get you back together.
I actually never got him
Ooh.
back for the backpack thing.
Okay.
Honestly,
I got
I'm
you.
kind of
I'll put
scared.
you into the group chat.
I'm kind
Alright,
of scared
sounds
about
good.
Joni getting me back. She might bring a ghost on me or something.
I'm kind of, yeah, I'm nervous.
I'm like
that-
summoning
I'm
something.
like, should I invite it to my house?
Is that,
I'm a good spirit, okay? I'm
You
good
are.
energy.
Honestly,
do you consider it cheating?
Huh?
Do you consider it cheating?
What?
Like
you can
fucking
just,
a ghost?
You can, no. What? The hell?
What?
Like, as in, like, say you're going to go meet somebody. And you're, let me get a read on his spirituality before
Oh,
meeting him.
no. I don't consider that cheating. I just I like to cover
If
my
anything, it might be a
bases.
disadvantage.
That's true. Well,
Mm.
Too much information.
Mm.
You
let
know,
me
there's
not
some.
get into
There's,
it.
I feel like
Oh, 'cause
there's
I
some
could get
things.
into it.
some
Remember
stuff
to-
I feel like there's
you
just some
know.
things in the
You
world that you just
know.
shouldn't, or like there's a time for everything, and you don't know this, or you shouldn't know this yet.
Yeah,
And
not
you-
until you're
and
like,
you need that experience to learn from it. But if you
Yeah.
know it's
I
gonna
agree.
happen, then you're not gonna do it. And you're not gonna learn from it. Just a
yeah,
thought.
I'm sorry. That's annoying.
She's
I
like,
just
been
did that
there.
little sound.
Been
No,
there, done
but so
that.
the same. I'm just gonna say it.
say it.
The same lady who gave me the reading, that is my. I guess you could call her like my spiritual
Homegirl.
advisor.
Got hooked up.
What? She's like in her 40s or 50s, I think. I don't know.
That's normal.
But if you're in your 50s, I'm so sorry. Or your 40s, I'm
She's
sorry.
gonna watch
If I,
this.
like, okay, I
And
know.
40s
I
or
know.
50s is kind of crazy.
I know.
You
Well,
should've just
okay,
stuck
like
with
40s to
That's
50s. She looks
crazy.
young for her age, okay? But she's very wise.
Is that what
That's
she-
why I say
Is
that.
that what convinced you?
Yeah. But she actually,
she looks sick.
so for those who don't know, I am single of like over
All
a
right, we gotta
year.
put the- okay,
Almost a
single.
year now. No, I'm not like fishing. But yeah.
Voluntarily
she-
single?
Voluntarily
Okay.
single.
Voluntarily.
Yes.
Put,
But
put an asterisk next to her.
but she actually gave me a reading and told me that my ex and I were going to break up. And at the
Dang.
time, I was not aware of like I knew I wanted to. I didn't tell anybody that. So when she came to me and was like, "Hey, yeah, it's going to happen." I was like, "Fuck." Like what's the bigger purpose for this? I don't know. Like it was very shocking. So that's an example of like maybe telling somebody their future
Yeah.
and like ruining the lesson for them. Because in a way, I knew I would have left eventually. And I'm not acting like it was like such a terrible relationship. It had its ups and downs, like everything
Sure.
else. But that definitely helped me make the decision to leave.
Okay.
And that was probably one of the
So
craziest
I can
moments of
see
my life.
both the pros and the cons of
Yeah.
telling
But
you.
also at the same time, I kind of like there's a piece of me that wishes that I had never gotten that reading, because I was just like, okay, well now I just have this looming like I don't know, just
Like, did it-
feeling that it's gonna happen.
like,
and
did it
happened in-
advance it?
it happened 3 weeks after.
So that's
the
what we
reading she
kind of
gave me.
argued
Yeah.
about the other day too. Is that like if you keep going to these tarot readings, Joni, like they're just gonna put stuff in your head.
I don't
that
go
if-
to
and
tarot
it's
readings.
like, well,
They're
I'm
like-
not, I'm not
so-
putting anything against you, but like,
They're like manifesting what's
yeah.
gonna
So
happen.
it's almost like manifesting it into your life, you know.
Yeah.
Like it just put that thought into
Yeah.
your head, and so now you're thinking you're headed towards that. Like even if you try to block it out as much as you want,
She's like, you're gonna be
like
here
it's
you're
still
gonna be
there,
here
you know.
every week for the next 6 months.
She's like, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next
She's
day.
like, look at this.
She's
You
like,
actually bought the premium plan from me.
it's a calendar. She's like, Joni.
Oh my
Look at that.
She's like, I'm
No,
like
but-
quoting SpongeBob.
I think
Oh my God.
I think if you're a median like that, I feel like you have some
Moral
Pretty-
obligation.
no, like an absolute power of control somebody because, like I said, if someone tells you or reading or describes something that you haven't told anybody and it's spot on, they can use that to bait you to get you hooked
Yeah.
Which
on.
is again going.
That's
going back
like an
to your
example
thing,
of the
right?
witch.
Yeah.
But this woman that I'm speaking about, she's always had my best interests in mind.
yeah.
And like I had no reason to believe that she would want to steer me in a way that was like negative.
Yeah.
So which is why when she gave me the reading I was like, "Oh my god." Like I don't know. It was just very it was like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
in
No, I
a
bet.
way.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
So-
don't know. That's why I don't want to go. I don't want to mess with that because I really don't want to know. I mean, I'll take it as it comes. You know.
Yeah. That's where I'm at now, I guess.
Okay,
like,
so I know on TikTok, I don't know if you guys have seen, but like there's lives where there's maybe it's the one you mentioned earlier, but there's a
Mhm.
little wood thing that's yes or no or maybe.
yes. And then
So those
people
are those are
ask.
legit or
You got to be careful because some people, they're like, any of those, I wouldn't say to like tap into them because, you know, when you're working like that, like when you're asking questions to a higher source and you have like hundreds of people watching this live and one person's asking a question, you think that question's accurate when there's all this energy surging with like hundreds and sometimes thousands of people.
yeah.
It's not accurate. Like you're more than likely getting just like an inaccurate reading, or maybe that person's trying to lure you in to like get money from
These
you.
demons are like, dang, how many questions are
I
coming
know.
in? Yes,
Like-
no, yes. The demons are like,
That demon's on
Yes,
salary.
queen.
no. Like 8-hour shifts are like, shit.
Yeah.
That demon's just like
That's
no,
what
no,
happened
no,
to
no,
me.
no,
They're
no,
like,
no.
that exhausted
I'm
me.
like,
today.
use me as a blueprint of what not to do. Please, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Sure, that
I
makes
think
sense.
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
jump on the Chris boat and just I think I better like not to know and just
Yeah,
live as it is and
exactly. Let the lessons unfold as they
yeah,
should.
it might be worse than I should have gotten a or reading,
We're,
but
we're living in survival mode.
I just want to try it, to be honest, just to try it.
Yeah,
What
but
if-
I
okay,
would-
hold
I
on,
don't
what
think
if-
you'll be able to just try it?
what if you try it and then like it tells you something like let's say it's hers, that
Yeah.
lady, and then
Mhm.
she goes and says, "Turn on, count your days."
She's like, I don't know. Actually,
She's like, she's like, I don't know what to tell you, Hernan, but something's not right, and
You're
I would just say, be careful.
you're gonna die.
she's like, you're gonna go
I don't
bald.
think they would. Say,
You're balding.
like that hairline.
Oh,
She said,
It's like his worst fucking
I would,
nightmare.
I would
like-
start buying so many hats. At
she's
that
like
point,
3 years
man.
tops.
So many hats.
3
You
years.
buy- you should
No,
buy
bro,
wigs.
hats. You were last podcast. Cruz said hats mess up your.
Yeah,
you grow
but
more bald.
I mean, the tarot
Yeah.
reader told me, so like I would have no choice.
Okay,
So what,
but-
bald
but- okay,
faster?
Yeah.
But this is a
She's
perfect.
like-
It's because
No, this
What
is a
if-
perfect
oh.
example. I'm sorry. This
No,
is
no,
a
go,
perfect example of going to a reading like that and them letting them manifest it for you because you could have easily,
There you go.
if she tells you now, then you prevent it. I don't know, but
No, you're right. You're right. I see what you're saying. Just going back to
this
my
is
point.
like reminding me of Scary Movie when he's like, when a mouse goes outside of a house, it becomes a rat. But if a rat comes inside of the house, it's a mouse.
That's why it's in the house, fool.
He's like, hold up, you might have just made a fact.
wait, say it again.
If a rat goes out inside the house, it's a mouse. If a mouse goes outside the house, it's a rat.
And that's some like
movie?
Yeah,
That's some
it's like Kevin
physiolo-
Hart and this other guy. God, he's in like all the scary movies. He's so good.
physiology.
I have no clue what his name is.
So I was
Kevin
thinking the
Hart
other
and
day.
I don't know
You don't
the other
think
guy.
you don't think astrology is like its own religion? It could be, right? It's
I
just
mean,
not-
it's a tool for reference.
Mhm.
I feel like some people make it their religion. Like I try not to be those people that like rely on it and base everything around it. But I think it's a great tool.
So if you meet a guy
Mm-hmm.
and you
He
know
gives you the
you're-
worst sign possible.
no,
Is that
like your
already,
non-compatible sign, do you object that? You're like, okay, it's not
No.
gonna work out, or do you give it a shot?
I'll give it a shot because I'm just like, okay, well,
Should give it a shot.
there's
and
a
then get
reason we're
shot.
attracted to each other. You know, we're attracted to each other for a reason,
Yeah.
essentially, which the odds might not be in our favor astrologically speaking, but when it's two people that want something, anything is possible.
Mm.
So like even if you're not astrologically compatible, at the end of the day, if you want to make it work, you're going to make it work. Because I've seen people together that have been like married for years and they're not astrologically compatible. My parents, for example, I look at their charts and I'm like, fuck.
Oh, really?
What? Yeah.
Wow.
They're not
She's like,
astrologically
this is why I
compatible.
came out the way I am.
She's like, that's why
But
I'm
they did divorce for like 10 years.
10
They
years.
took a break and they still
Yeah,
came back
when I was
together?
born. Yeah, they divorced when I was born, and then they
That was
got back
the
together.
that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I
though.
was
Like,
the one.
can't-
I came in and I was like, I need to.
Like, it's a girl.
So they were
Separate.
separated for 10 years, or they
Yeah.
were
separated. My dad had his own place. My mom and I lived
Okay,
alone with my
let me add,
grandma and grandpa. My sisters.
your parents are pretty young. So how old were they when they had you?
Oh no, my dad's 62.
He looks young though.
Yeah, everyone says
right? Yeah.
that. It's Ole. Yeah.
Oh,
But,
like-
This
no,
best cheese brought to you
seriously.
by-
No, but my mom is 54, 55. I can't remember.
Mm.
But yeah, they're up there. Cuz my sister, she's 36. I have a 36-year-old sister.
When did
Okay.
they have you?
They
Weren't
had
you, like,
my mom
30?
had me when she was 28. My dad was 35.
So they
Yeah.
had a first child and they stayed
Yeah.
together. Then you were born and that was
Yeah. And they were like-
what happened?
Oh my god.
Okay,
I think
he
if
was
it gets
like-
too personal, just cut us
no,
off.
no,
it's
no.
fine.
Like,
Did your dad
I'm
think
fine.
it wasn't his?
No.
Jesus.
God.
No, I
didn't know
thought
we
it
were
was
going there.
I thought it
No,
was more the fact like
honestly-
another girl, and he was like, "Let's."
I'm not gonna lie, like they were. I think it was just a lot of problems with my dad being able to like be the man that my mom needed him to be. You know what I mean? Like he's a great man now.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
wonderful provider. He's a wonderful dad. He like I have no like complaints.
Sure.
But back then, you know, he wasn't exactly focused, and so my mom just left him.
No,
And yeah,
that's understandable. I think that was like a. I feel like back in the day, like
Took him
that-
10 years though.
10 years. And get
Sorry,
this, get this shit, okay? So she used to go to this, medium when I was younger
Look at
Okay.
called
that.
Bel Calis, and she was actually Elvis's spiritual advisor.
Elvis Presley?
She wrote a book about him. She
Yeah,
was
he was
Elvis's
real into
spiritual
that.
advisor.
He was really
Yeah.
into it.
And so think about it. Okay, so off topic as fuck, but there's like this saying that says millionaires don't believe in astrology, billionaires have astrologers that they go see and spiritual advisors. And that's the truth. I mean, you look at, you know, things to reference and
How about
it's
like
all in
the
the stars.
poor people?
Poor people, we just
Oh, we take it as it is. So we're
we
poor.
got we have
How about us?
we gotta roll with the punches over here. We're like, oh
No.
shit.
Like,
But-
well,
Oh my god. Oh, what were you saying?
no, go ahead. go
Oh
ahead.
yeah. So she goes to see Bel Calis, and this is when I was younger. I think maybe I was like 4 or 5, and my parents had been separated for a while. And the lady told her, "You're gonna get back together with your ex-husband." And my mom was like, "No, I'm not. Like, I'm not. I have no intentions
like,
of doing that."
Fuck, no.
She's like, you know, I don't want to be with him. And she, this lady was like, people can change, you know, I see that happening. And she also told my mom that my sister was going to have a baby of a different race. And she did. And then she told my mom as well that she told my mom about my health problems that I was going to have in the future. And I had those. She's like, she told us we were going to live by a body of water. And we do.
Oh yeah.
She told us like very, very specific shit, and all of it has happened. She even told us my dad was gonna get hurt at work. He fell through the ceiling at work.
Oh my
Like a week later. A week later,
Is
he fell
this
through the
is
ceiling.
this one session or is this?
Well,
No,
she
this
would
is
go
the-
visit
she-
her multiple times.
She joined the
like,
premium. She joined the
She
premium.
would
account.
go to see her like all the time, and yeah, I remember
I
like
don't know.
going. I would
feel
be
like
kind of.
I don't want to get into that.
It's yeah. It's definitely a slippery slope.
I was definitely excited for this podcast and what it was going to bring, but I did not see it going down this
I
tunnel.
mean, I knew we were gonna get into the
My-
stars. I
didn't even
had
know
that in my.
about that.
I knew that was gonna happen.
You know me. I bring the good vibes,
No,
guys.
this is. I am so mind blown right now how everything. So,
So
is your mom
we'll
still-
we'll
your
drop
mom's-
the link to the medium.
She okay. I actually recently found her on Instagram because
Oh,
she
really?
wrote a book about Elvis Presley,
Yeah.
and so I asked my mom. I was like, you know, where is she now? And she's like, I don't know. Like, look her up. Looked her up. Found her on Instagram. Sent her
She's
a
locked up.
DM, and she liked it, but she never responded to me.
Oh,
But she actually told my mom.
she's like, I'm gonna ignore your daughter's DM in like 30 years from now.
She's like, what the fuck is a DM? This was like
Don't worry.
19.
She's
Not
like,
even 19. This was like
it's
2004.
It's coming,
Yeah, just know that.
and I'm gonna ignore the shit out of it.
This bitch thinks that she's gonna get a response. No, but she actually told my mom as well. She was like, your daughter, me, is gonna be like a very important person, and she's supposedly gonna like have like a very big platform that she's gonna use and reach people like around.
That's
Guys, this could be the Red Cord podcast. Red Cord House.
Joni's like, I'm gonna buy you guys out.
Take over.
She's gonna change it to
This
Red
is actually my
Whorehouse.
podcast now. I'm like, welcome to Red Cord Joe House.
Okay, what if you go like to that medium, like, you know, because she's been so spot on with people's previous
Yeah.
life, and like, let's say she goes to me and then hey, am I important or what's going on in my life later on? And she's like, yeah, man, this is about you just peaked.
She's like, you might want to book a vacation. You
She's
might want
like,
to start
you're-
spending all your fucking money.
You're there, man. That's
She's like, 3 years ago, you were. Now it's just all downhill.
you're on your decline now.
It looks like you just need to get comfortable there.
She's like,
There
you
we go.
peaked in high school.
Oh my god.
Oh God. Oh,
crazy.
Imagine
Peaking in high school.
in high school. I feel like I haven't hit my peak yet.
Has
What
anybody-
about- I feel
I
like none of us.
I don't
have.
think
Yeah,
anybody
I don't
here.
think
peaked in
none of
high
us
school.
have.
No.
None.
Yeah,
Hernan
I
did
agree
middle
with that.
school.
yeah.
Hernan 8th grade.
And there is no
Eighth
peak.
grade.
Hernan
The
had a
ultimate peak is death.
That's where I had my.
Hernan had a
Whoa,
six
whoa,
pack
whoa,
in
whoa,
eighth
whoa,
grade.
whoa! Repeat that. What?
The ultimate peak is death.
I've never thought of it like that.
Yeah. That's
So
like
cool.
you're transcending. You're literally leaving your physical body, your physical vessel. That's your peak. You're no longer attached to this body, and now you're free. You
Damn.
just, you know,
I thought it was being on
Jeez.
like a yacht.
I'm gonna start quoting you.
yeah. I'm the
Boy.
greatest philosopher.
You
ever.
ever think about
Guys,
you ever think about writing?
Yeah, I literally was gonna bring that. I do
Yeah,
write.
Your
actually.
grandpa told me.
What?
Yeah,
no,
Rudy got
no.
his
You know,
first
I
lesson
actually
already.
used to go to. I was in college for journalism, and that's what I ultimately wanted to do. I wanted to be like a music journalist,
Yeah.
and
crazy.
that fell through. But I mean, that could happen eventually in the future. I love like talking to people. I love like doing deep dives. But you were like, oh, do you ever think of writing? The other night I wrote this. I was actually me and Ariana took an edible, and we
You took an edible and you were still
I
unconscious?
took one. What? No, I was very conscious, and I wrote this. I said, "What if we reincarnate as other people that we know in this lifetime, and we keep repeating until we go through every single person in the world?" Because each person we meet adds on to a possibility of reincarnation. Essentially, we're reincarnating only as people we have interacted with on a deep or even surface level, and our real karma is being reincarnated as someone we treated terribly or loved wholeheartedly, and getting to re-experience that from the eyes of the people we hurt or loved. What if we
Dang.
always reincarnate as someone we need to experience?
You get reincarnated as me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get reincarnated as
So
a fucking
after treating
roach.
you like shit,
Yeah,
turn on.
fuck yeah.
John-
I am a roach.
Rudy's the backpack.
Oh.
It was a
Oh my
It's gonna be a short
God.
life.
He's like, boom.
No, here it comes.
Like he sees it coming to, and he's like, shit.
Brace yourself for impact.
That's
Oh my
funny.
God.
No, but
No,
that's
but that's-
like
that's
honestly,
really
that's like
great.
really very, very. I don't think I've ever heard that viewpoint ever.
Yeah.
I thought you kind of chat GPT'd it until you really got into it.
No, I have thoughts like this all the time, but then I hardly ever document them. And then that specific night, I was like, let me write this
Just have
down.
Hernan follow you around with like a
yeah.
I'm like,
typewriter.
get this down, get this down.
I'm gonna start copywriting this.
Just start pacing back and forth.
I start hallucinating,
Your eyes start.
smashing pumpkins.
So, do you, sorry, it's kind of a little off topic going off, but
yeah.
with everything that we talk about the afterlife and your experiences with ghosts and mediums,
hmm
do you ever think you're going crazy?
Me? Oh, hell yeah.
Do you really?
Yes, actually, well, you know how I mentioned earlier, like a shroom
Yeah.
trip that I had, that I was like, oh, I'm the universe experience in itself. That's exactly what I felt like. I actually felt like I was, how do I describe it? Like schizophrenic.
Right.
That's kind of
Yeah,
how I felt. But when I'm sober and I have these thoughts, I don't really think I'm crazy.
Because and I feel like it's a dangerous path, because if you start thinking that I'm scared of going schizophrenic or whatnot, you're kind of in a way manifesting that you are going to go into it, because you start
Yeah.
looking for you start looking for symptoms of it and everything in yourself, and you're like, oh my God, I have this, I have that.
Yeah.
But I feel like personally for me, there are times where like my brain's just everywhere, and I'm just like, am I going crazy?
Well, honestly, like I think the older that we get, we start thinking that we have to minimize our creativity and like our imagination
Mhm.
and just that wild childlike self.
Yeah.
but that's like the opposite. You should keep it. And I think if you think you're going crazy, it's a good thing because it just means you're still childish. Because like you could just like who wants to get old? Like you need to keep that same mentality of
I've
just
seen
like
some really
being
fun old
childlike wonder. Yeah,
Like whenever I meet a fun old person, I'm like, you're cool, man.
yeah.
And then I meet like a 20-something-year-old who's just
Like
like
depressed?
an ass. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. I'm like, you're already a fucking boomer and you're
Yeah,
21.
like get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, exactly.
But yeah, it could be a slippery slope because I mean, you see a lot of people who overdo it on like that.
like psychedelics.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. There are some people who, there's people with addictive personalities, and it is a disease, to be honest. Like I have nothing but like, I don't know, like I wish those people well because it's a disease. But ultimately, like, there is very positive benefits to doing psychedelics when you're, microdosing or doing them like in a controlled setting with a good intention. Like if you have a shaman present or, if you know what you're trying to achieve, there's a lot of benefits. Like MDMA, there's been trials on like PTSD, acid, there's been trials for depression, things like that, like mescaline, peyote. These are all things that have been used in like traditional, I don't know, like ceremonies.
Yeah.
And even like en curanderismo, which is like I took a class at the University of New Mexico and I got to like look and watch like actual temescals and like limpias being performed. And these, like they administer drugs sometimes to people
Yeah.
to like to get them induced into like that purging of emotion. And then afterwards you're great. Like there's so many positive benefits, but of course, like anything else, you can abuse it.
Yeah.
Like there's, people abuse stuff all the time. It's just you have to be mindful with everything.
I'll admit I have an addictive personality.
If you like
And,
that,
He does.
I respect it.
Again, when
You're in a safe
when I had to
place.
go on pain meds, I was very scared of like getting addicted to the pain meds because I was like, what if I take it and I really like how it feels and I just want to keep taking it even though I don't need it. And luckily, I think I don't want to say saved me, but what kept me on the safe side was that when I would take it, it was too strong on my body and I would just throw up and I hated it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
this is too strong. I don't know how people like this.
Well,
But go ahead.
no, you go.
No, so that was my fear. I feel like if there's something that's like not good for you, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I might just go ahead and take it. I'm like, oh, I might take advantage of it or whatnot. But
No, I feel that. Yeah, it's it's a slippery slope. I feel like I don't have an addictive personality, but I used to like I suffer from escapism. You know what I mean?
what's
like
that?
it's basically like when your life isn't where you want it to be, so you do stuff to kind of escape that reality. So you either drink a lot
get
or like
high,
you
get
get
drunk, yeah.
high. Yeah.
Mm.
So, I've suffered from that in the past, but I think honestly, I think psychedelics help me to see the bigger picture.
Really?
That's honest. Yeah. Cause I used to be borderline. I think I was an alcoholic, like when I was like 19, 20.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And I would like binge drink. Like I would know my limits and I would far surpass those limits every single time. Like I didn't care. And that's how I lost none.
She's
as
like,
a
it's
friend.
Martin Luther King Day, guys. Let's get
I
fucked
lost
up.
none of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, because I just wasn't being like mindful. I wasn't being respectful to like my friends or people around me.
Yeah.
And then once I did acid for the first time,
Did you
I
go?
was
Did you
like-
go full in, like a full?
full tab.
Is
Yeah,
it- is what it
I was
is?
at my apartment though. I was fine. Like I didn't, go
You
out.
tied yourself up.
Yeah, I was in my room listening to Daft Punk. That's literally what it was like.
Nice.
And then I just had like this realization that, wow, okay, like I need to take care of my body. Like I really need to be more mindful and more like this is the only body that I have.
Is that when you went full
Vegan.
vegan and then almost killed yourself
Yeah.
by going vegan?
Oh my God. Yes.
Full
Yes.
circle.
She took a half a tab and they're like, well, not that far.
No,
Back it up a
but
little bit.
yeah, that is actually, I went vegan shortly after that.
Wow.
I did. And I actually lost like 70 pounds too.
I remember that.
Like after
you
that,
got-
but that was like a different thing. But
That's
oh,
true.
yeah.
I remember that.
But
She would eat and go.
Stop.
I'm calling the
I'm kidding.
police. No, but yeah, I really think it changed my perspective on things. It made me a more considerate person, I
That's
think.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been curious about taking psychedelics. I feel like my brain's just too crazy for it, and
Mhm.
if I take it, I'm just gonna go off the rails. and not come back. I know.
They're
I know.
like,
it sounds
that was the
crazy.
last
No,
we
like
saw.
he knows himself really well. That I believe.
I just
You know
feel
what?
like
Yeah,
I just
if you
might-
feel that way, definitely don't dabble
Don't
in
do
them.
them.
Yeah, and it'll
Mm-mm.
definitely happen if your headset is in that
that
space.
like I'm basically
Yeah.
manifesting that I'm gonna
Yeah,
go crazy.
Basically,
Can I
yeah.
tell them about? Can I tell them?
Oh, now you gotta
The
say it.
Smashing
Oh
Pumpkins.
yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if we
Okay.
could bring it up.
Yeah, we can, of course. So me and Nan, so I've done Molly before, MDMA.
Yeah.
And me and Nan actually we took half each for the Smashing Pumpkins. Did he tell y'all?
Yeah, he told
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
told us
yeah.
a bit.
And honestly, I feel like that brought us closer together.
Yeah.
It did, because we were having like a little heart to heart, and we were like talking to each other, and we're like, man, I really love you. Like, you're my best friend. And sorry, guys, I'll be his girl best friend. Y'all can be his guy best friend.
I accept that.
Yeah.
I don't know
But-
if I do.
We were just like, I don't know, like, I'm so sorry about the past, and I'm sorry that we like went on like this
Yeah.
hiatus of not talking, and then we were talking about like my childhood and then his childhood, and I was just like, damn, the Smashing Pumpkins are performing right now. Like, what are we doing in the audience, just like crying?
Oh, this was in the
This was-
audience.
I thought
this was in the
car.
audience.
This is on the way up.
we were in the
No.
pit. We
We
were
were
in
in the
straight in the
pit.
pit. Yeah, talking
And
about
we
this
were in the
stuff.
pits.
Yeah.
Wow.
In the trenches.
The thing about MDMA though is that it brought out like it gets you like really emotional, and that's why
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people take it, because it makes you feel so happy, like so happy to be wherever you are. Like
Mhm.
it for me, it felt like the way I explained it was like it's just like being drunk, right? But when you're drunk, you get like all these weird thoughts going on, like
Yeah.
they're negative or like really happy thoughts. But
Yeah.
when you're on Molly, it's just like all happy thoughts, like all the negative thoughts are being blocked out.
Can you overdose
completely.
on Molly?
Yes,
Probably,
can.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
What?
you can, but
At least you overdose on happiness.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
I'm not trying to
it's
condone
definitely
it.
it's very possible.
I don't want to condone drugs.
I've
Yeah,
seen
but
I've
it's
seen
kinda
it
good.
I
happen,
just
not
talked it up.
overdose, but I've seen people overdo it on MDMA,
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's not
don't like people.
fun.
Is that when they eat their shirt too? Is that
Look
the same
at-
stuff?
that's bath salts.
Oh, is that
No, I don't actually know, but I've seen people overdo it on MDMA. It's just, yeah, it's not fun.
I thought
That's
you
all.
were-
Just keep it there.
I thought you overdid it for a second, honestly. When
Oh, stop,
With,
stop.
no?
No. Okay,
Well-
fine. Say it. At this point,
No,
we're letting
okay.
it all out on the table.
Yeah. So on the way over there, she was like, "Hey, you got your shades? You remember to bring them, right?" And I was like, "Yeah. What's up with them?" She was like, "Okay, so when you're on it, there's a reason why it's called rolling, and there's a big
You roll on
reason
the
why it's
floor?
called rolling. No,
Is this still
And so-
MDMA?
we had already taken
I'm
it. We're at the show,
exposed.
right? And we
I'm
we step
literally being
outside
exposed right now.
to take a little break. You know, we smoke a little ciggy. And then while we're smoking,
Sorry, mom.
so oh yeah, she was
Sorry, mom. Sorry,
sorry.
dad.
While we're smoking, right? We're just chilling. I'm already like it's already hitting me, like it's already like going down on me. Like I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
And then she took it like a few minutes after me, and so it didn't start hitting her till like a few minutes later. And like
Mhm.
I was talking to her, we were talking in the middle of a conversation. All of a sudden, I just see
Oh, is that her?
And it's
like,
just her rolling.
Stop.
her eyes are just.
No.
I would've
rolled.
I
freaked
didn't
out.
Yeah.
realize.
I would have knocked you on the
I was
ground and started doing CPR.
Her-
I would have
Wow,
done.
you're
Start doing
I
there. He
would've thought
goes
you were dying.
again.
I thought.
That fucking temper.
No,
He would have
I'm trying
knocked
to
me on the
save your
ground.
life.
I thought-
He
so I
would've
thought she
knocked
was-
me on the ground.
So I thought she was trying to be like those people that are like nightmare. You know, like
What?
when
Give
you're
me a bad-
tripping.
I would
give me a bad
never
trip.
do that.
When like your trip
I
sitter,
hate
you know, that's
that.
what I would do if I was a trip sitter. I'd be like, fucking nightmare, you're dead, you're dead. But no,
That's horrible.
How did you
It's an
not? How did
actual
you not
thing.
freak out?
I was like, Joe, like, what are you doing?
And I was like,
stop.
wait, what? What are you talking about?
She's like,
She was like, what are you
That's-
talking about?
her
I didn't
eyes
do
rolling
anything.
wet.
Crazy.
I was like, bro, are you trying to freak me out? Because it's like,
I
I'm
would
good
have
right
put
now.
on her
I'm
left
happy.
side, call 911.
Literally, he would have gone to protocol. He would have took action, which I think is pretty
I'm like,
cool.
can we cut this part out? No,
Sorry,
I-
sorry.
no, you're fine. It's
we
fine.
definitely can though, because if your parents, they probably are gonna watch it.
I don't care, honestly. Like they know I've done drugs. I tell my mom all the time.
So
like, if I do
have you
them
ever done drugs with your parents?
with yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I have smoked weed with my dad.
Okay,
And then I've
I can see
been on
that.
acid around them as well.
You've done
Yeah.
acid around them or with
Around them. I've never done it with them.
Okay.
But then we recently went to go see Carlos Santana.
Oh no way.
Yeah, we went to go see him, and my tío was there, and I was this close to doing shrooms with him, but I didn't because I was just like, oh, I don't know if I'm necessarily in the right headspace for that. But he was on
Imagine
it.
she starts tripping out. It's Carlos Santana concert.
It was so good.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He is. He's a shaman, you know.
What's that mean?
So you know how I was mentioning earlier, if you're like, you know, indulging in psychedelics, sometimes it's best to have a shaman present. A shaman is like someone that trips it, the trip sitter.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're a professional
I'd
trip
be a
sitter.
So he
Great
leads you.
shaman.
He basically holds your hand through the process.
Yeah, there are people that are natural healers.
Yeah.
Natural healers. So,
Thank you.
but
So
they
they hold
can
hands.
they can like kind of walk you through a trip or, like any sort of experience that you're undergoing, and they make sure that you're okay. They're just there for the good vibes, basically. So you don't actually choose the shaman life. The shaman life chooses you.
Weren't you labeled a natural healer by
Oh,
somebody?
yeah.
Your reader lady or
This
whatever?
was another lady, actually.
Oh, it was another lady?
that I
How
had
many you
met.
got?
She's like, when I don't like it, I go to the
No.
list.
She's like,
Stop.
I got a blacklist and then I got my good list.
No, oh my God. So I always drive through Cedar Hill because I go to Dallas back and forth throughout the week. And there's a place I pass. It's called Shea, Sage, and Salt. And I've always wanted to stop there because they have sea moss.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have like a bunch of other like medicinal remedies and things like that. So one day I stopped and I was with my mom. And then we were talking to the lady who owns the shop. She's a medium. And she's also a tarot reader. She's a spiritual like
Terrorist reader?
terrorist reader. Yeah.
No, what did you say? I'm serious. What did you
No,
say?
tarot reader.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what we've been
Terror.
saying
I was-
this whole time.
No, I totally.
Are you
okay.
done? No. No, but she like I was talking to her for a little while and then she's like, I just got the word shaman. Like I feel like are you a shaman? Like I just feel like you're a natural shaman. And I was like, oh, I've never heard that before, but thank you. I think that's a good compliment. I mean, I like to think that I provide good energy to my friends. I don't know.
Yeah.
I try. But she, I guess, confirmed that, and I did tell None about it. That's why he brought it up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why
And-
Nan wanted to do the drugs with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel more
Yeah, that's
comfortable.
true. Well,
I can
This is
see that.
actually, I think this was
We had-
after the stuff. I think this is when you told me.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think you told me after.
She's like,
Afterwards.
don't worry, I
Well,
got
yeah,
you.
that makes
She's
sense.
freaking
I did
out.
take care of him, okay?
Honestly, it does make sense though, because I mean
Yeah.
the people that you bring around you and everything that I mean the way people talk about you too. It just sounds. It makes sense, you know.
Yeah. And then when you walked in, like, there's always a good energy around you when you walk.
Aw, thank
When you
you.
walked in, I felt like, I don't know. Did you guys feel it?
Yeah.
Or am I tripping?
That's
Am
so
I going
nice.
crazy?
I felt it.
Thank
No, but
you.
like when you walk, it's like a good energy. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I feel calm.
Oh,
you know?
I appreciate that. I feel the same. I feel like it depends on who I'm around, that I
Yeah.
can be like my natural self.
You know
Because there's
what?
some people that I'll hold it back because
Pull
they
out the
don't
shoe.
deserve it.
Pull out the
you
shoes.
know? Pull
Do
out
it
the
right
needles
here.
We're all
and the
about to feel
fucking
it now.
She's like,
I'll show you all right now.
you guys
get
ready?
the vein, get the vein.
Jesus. I still got.
Oh my
tonight.
god.
You
Oh.
get reported.
But no, I love you guys, so I feel like very comfortable. And I was telling that on the way here too. I was like, I feel like I've been close to y'all at one point in my life. All
Yeah.
of you, like I was close to you at one point until you kicked my bag, and then I was really close to you like freshman, sophomore year.
Freshman, sophomore year, we were
And then-
really close.
Yeah, and like I would go as far as to say besties.
I mean,
know?
me.
He's
I
like,
wouldn't-
he's like, you can call me that, but
No, I wouldn't.
He's like,
I don't know
I
about
really,
me.
I
go
wouldn't
that
even,
far.
wouldn't even deny it. Actually,
yeah,
Like,
we were
that
really
time,
close.
Yeah.
It just feels like so long ago that it's like I can't really remember, but we
You-
were really close.
Did you kick my back?
I did. Yeah.
Like, is that what happened?
And that's why
okay,
karma.
kicking
That
the
he kicked
bag,
mine.
It's what makes the bond trip like this. That's the
None?
final seal right there.
I'm about to go for
It
his
bonds
bag
it up.
right now. I'm gonna fucking kick it
A
across the
bag
room.
is right there.
Yeah, you have been.
Dude,
you have
I
been really
fucking
close to
dare you.
everybody. here.
Rudy's like, stay down, stay down.
God.
Not today.
I've
Please.
changed. Got a therapy.
He starts levitating.
Oh crap!
Oh my
So-
god.
With
Oh,
with
yeah.
your with your business.
Oh right.
No, no. It's still like
What
oh
the-
shit, a business.
What did I?
But like,
oh yeah.
do you ever like? Is this what you want to do forever, or do you ever feel like you're gonna take a segue and go into this other world of, you know, readings and shamans? What do you call it?
like at a place where I just know my potential, and I'm not gonna keep it solely to chef, like being a chef. Hence why I took a class at University of New Mexico for curanderismo, and I'm gonna be going to Oaxaca next year to like study abroad for like healing and stuff like that, so I can start incorporating it more with my services. But ultimately, I think like the sky is the limit for me. And
Yeah.
I don't really know exactly what I want to do, but I actually had a conversation with one of my really good friends, Frank, recently, and I was just telling him that, damn, sometimes I'm like, do I want to be a chef forever, or do I want to do other stuff? And he was like, you know, he actually put it into perspective for me, which was like I had never heard this, but he told me that everybody has a passion and a purpose, and sometimes your passion isn't necessarily your purpose. And so, you know, like I might be passionate about cooking, but my purpose could be so much larger than that. And sometimes you get lucky enough that it's both, and you can have your passion and your purpose align. But ultimately, your purpose is your destiny. And I don't feel like I've fulfilled my purpose yet, but I'm doing what
You're on
I
the right
love right
path.
now.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah. This is what I love to do right now. And it's what's paying the bills and helping me, like, you know, reach people and help people. But I'm not done. Like, I want to do way more. Way more.
That was so deep.
That was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
That was
Oh,
cool.
so
I like
deep.
that. I like that.
Thanks.
I know
Thanks,
many
guys.
people have
And it
like
doesn't have to be like a grand big thing. Your purpose could be like, my purpose is to,
Yeah,
right? Like something simple, have a family, provide for the family.
exactly. And I definitely, I do want to be a mom. I feel like that's
Oh,
one of
really?
my purposes. Yeah.
there you
to
heard it, guys.
All right.
Hit her
I'm like,
up.
who's the lucky guy?
Applications coming in.
Jesus
DMs
Christ.
are open.
Let's say you
Oh
get
my
into
God.
a case where like you're so busy, overwhelmed with life,
Mhm.
work, and this. Would you ever consider like adopting or going to a sperm
Oh
bank?
yeah.
Sperm bank?
Not a sperm bank.
Why did you
I'm
say
sorry. I don't.
sperm
I
bank?
mean, no offense to people who do that, because I know like
I wanna
sometimes
sneak that
like
in there.
But that was like such a
right. I'm like, where?
I was thinking of like Michael Scott adoption, and then like he wanted to adopt a child,
Oh my god.
and then he went to a sperm bank with.
She's like, or my own.
I would definitely adopt. I would definitely adopt if it came down to it, because there's always kids that deserve a home.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, just because they're not my blood doesn't mean that we weren't meant to connect. Kind of like, you know, I don't know, just divine timing.
Now, would
Yeah.
you like, you know how we said like, if you meet a guy, you'd screen them with this talent you have. Would you screen a kid?
I would. No, yeah. I'd be like, he's bad vibes.
I
He's a fucking Pisces
mean-
moon. What the hell? Like,
But this is a commitment for life, so I feel like
Yeah.
you would. I
Well,
think I would.
I don't think I would. I think
I don't
it
know.
comes down. It comes down to like just trusting your intuition,
Yeah.
like the gut feeling, your second brain. Like if you feel a
Oh, he's kinda
strong
ugly.
kinship to something, like, you know, it's, you know how some, like, there's some feelings that you just really can't put into words.
Yeah.
I feel like you'll just know. You know, kind of like you meeting your girlfriend,
Right.
you meeting your wife, your future wife. You just know.
We still got a couple days.
It's a feeling. I'm
It-
like,
it
by the
really-
way, I'm waiting on. Where's my invitation?
it's-
Oh yeah, did you invite Joni?
Yeah. Wow.
It's-
Wow. 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 Wow.
it's
Wow.
tight.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
tight.
It's tight. Okay.
No,
Have you
it's-
ever
Well,
aborted?
he has-
Have you ever aborted?
Aborted.
What is wrong
What?
with you? This is not even gonna. I'm not
I've
even gonna.
never
I'm
had
not
an
even
abortion.
gonna let you go into
Yeah.
that.
She's a
No,
virgin.
Jesus Christ.
She's a virgin.
I mean, I'm not saying like,
like nothing's
hey,
wrong with it.
I support
but-
abortions. Okay. I support
Well,
a
yeah,
woman's
I
right
won't
to her
say
body.
Nothing's wrong with
And
it.
I
I
will
support
say-
with the right.
If a woman wants to get 20 abortions, let her. That's her body. That's body autonomy.
Yeah.
Me personally, have I ever had an abortion? No.
That's a wild question.
It is a wild
That's like
question.
a
Yeah.
We're on
fully
Red
loaded
Courthouse
question.
podcast. Everything is balls to the wall.
It just
And
had
like-
to, people were dying.
How many?
People were dying to know.
No. Oh my god! But
I'm
no, I
still
haven't.
shocked.
Just for
I
the
don't know what to
record,
say.
guys,
I'm just shocked
never
with
had
the
an
question.
abortion, but I support it, and women empowerment. Or
So
yeah.
okay, let's talk about that. Women.
You really gonna go?
No, I'm
Yeah,
serious.
let's
When was
go.
the last time you got head?
So
What?
no, hold on.
Hey, what? Did you put stuff in his water?
Stop! Because
Okay.
we were talking about this on the way here. I was like, what if you asked that
With-
question?
With the women empowerment, like
Stop.
I know there's a big wave of women being independent and all that, and I'm okay with it. Like I
Yeah.
feel like everyone has their own purpose and everything, and you do what you do. But
Mm-hmm.
do you think in the end there is a place where a woman needs a man in order to lead her? I know your mom was saying that your dad was not in the right space for her to lead the household, and that's why they weren't working together. Do you think a woman needs a man?
No.
Mm.
I don't think a woman needs a man. I think a man needs a woman.
Ah.
And I'm sorry, like I know I'm in a room full of men right now, but women, we just bring something to the table that men can't provide, and that's femininity, that's a woman's touch, a womb feeling, an intuition, like an energy, divine feminine energy. And of course we all harvest feminine and masculine energy. But a woman naturally just knows how to turn a house into a home, how to like mother, how to nurture. Like we have that
That's
and
facts,
that
man.
energy.
Yeah.
And men,
it's
they
super
can
fact.
provide. They're strong. But they're like, honestly, when it comes down to it, a man needs a woman more than a woman needs a man.
I'll agree on the
I think
the home part. So whenever I
you
got
said only the home part.
Yeah.
no, the only reason because
It's
that
true.
really resonated with me because I got my home last year, and when
You got
When
a
I mo-
house.
Yeah.
She made it a home.
not Diana.
Oh,
Like-
damn.
Oh,
Jesus.
No, but
Diana.
let me
He's
finish the
lying.
story.
Okay,
Like
okay,
I'm
okay,
I'm like right in the beginning. Like
Okay. Ooh,
me and Diana got the home together, right?
yes. Yes.
And we both were in agreement that like, man, this is tough. Like it doesn't
Mhm.
feel right. Like in the first couple of days, right? We were in a new place. There was nothing in it. It was empty. Like we had nothing, no fridge, no couch, no nothing, not even a chair to sit in.
Mhm.
But I was there cleaning and getting shit out of the house that I had to get out. And Diana was doing her best too, like cleaning, and we're trying to get it, just spotless. But it didn't feel right. Then one day, like my mom finally, like I let her come kind of help. So she
Mhm.
came over. She brought like a cooler, full of food.
Yeah.
She brought little stuff. She started like doing things to the house that instantly, like I felt better.
A woman's
Like
touch.
she just brought like some things that were missing. Yeah, like like a grown woman's touch, like a mom's touch.
Yeah.
And then I was like, in that moment, that day, I knew I was like, this feels like more of a home now. And Diana even
Yeah.
felt the same thing too. She was like, okay, like
Mhm.
this is gonna be our place. We were scared. It's a
Mhm.
whole new place, new neighborhood,
Yeah.
new noises, new.
It's such
new
an
shit.
accomplishment too.
And then
like-
and then now like the other part, now as far as keeping the household running, like Diana's
Mhm.
like does a great job at that. Like I could never do that.
She
yeah.
And
got
I
a tight-
can
she got a
admit it,
tight
like-
shift over there.
She
Yeah.
like does so much that I'm like, oh my god.
And
holy
that's
shit.
I feel
Yeah.
like, so I said like a man needs a woman more than a woman needs a man, but when you're with the right man, like a man who makes you feel safe, nurtured, cared for, loved, that's when a woman can fully be her authentic self
Yeah.
and step into her power of femininity and focus on that and be that rock that you need. Because if a woman is like, in a relationship and she's not safe or comforted or like loved properly, she's not going to be the woman that you
Yeah.
need.
That's really important.
Yeah.
you're
So
right.
you
have
were
do your
able
part.
to provide that energy for her to be who she's supposed to be.
Yeah, whenever there's like a
naturally.
roach, I go kill it. I
Exactly.
pick it up.
Energy. That's the energy.
Nah, like
and you do the same thing for yours.
Like I've been in
Yeah.
the like we've been like I've been in the like the attic. You do shit that's scary. I don't want to do it. That shit's scary.
I know.
Like this shit is terrifying. I'm like, well, I gotta do it though. Like
I
it's gonna have to be
know.
me. And then I do that, and then then she kind of does her femininity part.
Yeah.
And I love it. I'm all for it. So
Like
I'm like,
scrub
hey,
toilets.
I'm
no,
not
we do that together because that's
I'm not trying to throw my ex under the bus. Yeah, but
yeah. No names. No names. Who knows which
but
ex?
one night it was like 2 or 3 a.m. The witching hour.
Oh,
The
Oh.
fucking witching hour. And there was a
Just tell me that. Now I
huge
know.
crash in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Loud as fuck. It woke me up and I was like, oh my God. Like I literally shook out of my sleep. I started like shaking.
Our brain.
And I was like, hey, can you go to the kitchen and see what that was? Like,
yeah.
is there
like
someone
loud,
in
like
here?
someone broke in.
Yeah, and then all he did was get up, stare over. He's like, nothing's there. I said, they could be hiding.
Like did you turn on any
They're
lights?
fucking hiding. And he was like, I'm not going over there. I'm done. And I was like, okay. Stayed up the rest of the night till 8 a.m. till the
See,
fucking
no,
sun
that-
came up because I could not go to sleep because I was
Dang.
so scared. Then when the sun came up, I finally went to sleep. But that's an example of like
Yeah.
maybe not making your woman feel safe.
Yeah.
Exactly. And not to shit on my ex because he was a great guy.
No, yeah.
But that was just like maybe a
Looks-
good example of
that's actually
not.
very accurate of what you
Yeah.
just said. Yeah, no, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I
It
think
was-
What would you do if I was like, can you go check? You're like,
I put that Glock, bro. Just last night, bro. Last
Let me
night,
get my
put it to work today.
No,
brass
because
knuckles.
my cat Canelo. Sometimes he rubs
Oh
to things and or he goes to the cabinets and it sounds like someone's opening the door.
Yeah.
Last night, I guess he must have gotten in. He just jumped out, and then Ali was just knocked out, knocked out. But I woke up and I was just like, oh my God. And I want to wake her up and they're like, hey, did you hear that? But like, no, she's sleeping, let her rest. But I was like, like if something
gotta let
happens,
her
He had
it's on me.
he had the adrenaline, no back pain, no nothing, full
No.
adrenaline.
He's like,
No, literally.
He's like, can you go
And
check?
then I grabbed the gun, clock it, and then I hear the noise again.
No.
And then so we have
Okay.
night lights around the house.
Yeah.
And then I see his big shadow walking. And I was like, that's not Canelo. I was like, this is not
Stop.
Canelo. But then he must have been in a position where made his shadow look big. And then he walked around the corner.
Like the
and I was
perfect
like,
storm.
I was like, sir, I almost blew your brains out right now.
Canelo's about to get fucking.
Tell
He's
me
about to get-
why. Oh, I stepped over at Ariana's the other night. We had taken an edible. This was after the church.
Was this
She
before or
went-
after that cool story?
The what?
The on your phone.
Oh no, this was another time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. She's a bad influence. Not kidding.
This was this Sunday.
No, but we took a half an edible and we were watching Hereditary, and then she ended up leaving me alone. And she went upstairs, and I was just downstairs, left all the fucking lights off. And Hereditary, it's to that part where she's banging her head against the attic. And I was like, oh my God. And then I'm not used to cats. She has a cat.
Yeah.
And so he was walking around and like making noises, and I'm already tripping because I'm high.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God. Like,
Just choking
so
a cat.
scared right
and it's
now.
a black cat too.
So yeah,
it
so
looks
then
so scary.
so then I'm like, I gotta put it on something happy. I can't remember what I put it on, but I put on like a funny show, and then I turn on the lights, and I went to sleep. I turn on. I sleep with not a nightlight, a lamp. I sleep
Actual
with a
full
lamp
LED
on.
lamp.
Yeah, I do. But I
Like
also,
bright
it's
white.
funny. I sleep with the lamp, but then I put an eye mask
You got to get the
because
right amount
I
of
want to
lighting.
make sure that I can like remove it if I need to. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ugh,
That's kind of
who's
smart.
there?
No,
I see
that
you.
does make sense.
Wait, give me a second.
You're exposed.
I'm like ripping it off. I get stabbed.
She's like,
It's too late.
Like I saw your face.
it's too late.
No, that's
Oh.
it's crazy though. I mean, going back to that with feminine and masculine part,
Oh yeah.
I feel like you're right on the money with it.
Yeah.
And it also I feel like it bounces back
Mhm.
because when the woman really falls into her feminine role,
Mhm.
it makes the man feel more masculine in a way, you know? Like I've been with girls that, you know, again, not throwing anyone down the drain, but where I feel like it was two of us trying to be masculine or
Oh,
two
yeah.
alphas, you know, and that just really caused conflict and everything, and I couldn't really step
Mhm.
into my role or her into hers, and it's just because we weren't the right fit.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has their own person that I'm sure she'll find somebody or has somebody I don't know that
she's
that-
listening to this now.
I
He was
don't
the
know,
one that
but-
got away.
but like, you know, that will make her fall into her feminine role.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, like, it can be both ways too. Like,
Yeah.
there's households where the woman is definitely like
Yeah, I've seen
the
that.
top
Yeah.
dog, and then that's fine. It works for that specific relationship.
And then she
So, like,
finds someone, a guy who's like not it, right?
Yeah, and that just goes into like maybe breaking gender norms. Like
Yeah, for
there's
sure.
androgyny and
that's why it's
just-
important to talk
Yeah,
about, like
exactly.
your realistic expectations when you get to that point,
Yeah.
because you can vibe with somebody as much as you want, but when it gets down to the fucking nitty gritty, are you going to be like, okay, hold up,
yeah,
like who, what is the hierarchy? Not necessarily just a strict hierarchy, but like what, who says what goes.
mm-hmm.
So like if you're both, like you said, butting heads to kind of be like the
The top
at the
dog.
top, it's gonna cause a lot of
Yeah.
problems.
Or even if you're both in your feminine energy, maybe.
Or if you're both in your feminine
Ah.
energy,
like
and
you're
it's
both
like
kind of struggling to like take charge, take the lead.
being
Which
that
I've been a part of situations like that
submissive a
before
lot.
too, where I'm just like,
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I catch myself liking. Like I feel
Yeah.
like sometimes I can step back and be like, okay, I need to step in here and actually say we're gonna do this and that because
yeah,
I think that part of me sometimes wants to be I'm not considerate, but
He's like,
I want to hear your opinion. What do you want to do this? Blah blah blah.
yeah,
But there's times where like I feel like the guy should just say, hey, we're gonna do this and that, and the girl appreciates that, and it kind of puts a little reset to the role. And
yeah,
but
yeah.
again, all different. You
Yeah,
gotta,
'cause
you
I
gotta know
know-
the
Yeah.
person, right? You
I
gotta
know,
that
yeah.
person.
I know women who take charge and want to be that masculine energy. And that used to be what I thought I wanted to be.
yeah,
Because, I don't know, like I'm a very naturally dominant person. And so
Oh, yeah.
sometimes I have trouble letting other people take the lead. But now I've like kind of realized that I don't want that. Like I
Mm.
want someone to make me feel feminine and safe and
Yeah.
like in that energy. So yeah, I think it can change over time. Or maybe you can, you know,
Find
just
the
like
right person
yeah.
to bring whatever side out, right?
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Joni,
Ah,
we
yes.
appreciate you. We appreciate you having on here at Red Courthouse.
Of course.
Definitely bring you on
Thank
again.
y'all.
Again, what's your business?
Oh. Herbaveets.
Herbaveets.
Yes, like herb and then IVEATS.
Not herb.
Herbaveets.
Herb.
Herbaveets,
The H is silent?
herbaveets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always said
No,
herb.
it
I
just-
said herbaveets.
Y'all can say whatever. Herbaveets,
Herbaveets.
herbaveets.
Herbivore.
Do you have any
Herbaveets.
finishing quotes?
Finishing
us?
quotes.
Yeah. Anything
Yeah.
you want to say?
Ooh.
We'll make this a clip
Oh God. Oh my God.
on the spot.
There was.
What are your notes?
Herman is crazy today with these
Right.
questions.
Oh my God. Actually.
It can be
Uh,
anything.
Oh God. I just thought of the fucking corniest one. It's actually one of my favorite quotes. I don't care if it's corny.
'Kay.
But it's like, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
So
I
don't
love that
stop
quote.
believing.
Yeah, don't stop believing. Because it belongs to you. You
Wow.
just gotta believe.
Wow.
Yeah. So philosophical.
I like that one.
Yeah. There was one that I did a podcast like a month ago, and I did another quote, but I don't want to like double quote myself because I'm
No,
coming
go
off of,
ahead.
like,
We'll shoot one more.
Okay. So wait, there's this he's actually my favorite producer, I guess you could say. I forget his name though. Oh my God, I'm so fake.
Michelangelo.
But there's this he helped produce like a lot of he helped produce like Red Hot Chili Peppers. God, what am I? Rick Rubin.
Okay.
Yeah, Rick
I
Rubin.
don't know who that is.
And he has a quote that says, basically, God, I'm gonna butcher this. It goes like, if you're having like a thought or you know something that you're wanting to act on, you need to act on it because God, let me look it up, guys.
Yeah, we'll
Jeez
cut that
Louise.
whole-
Oh, for real, cut it off, cut it off.
We'll cut the whole minute and
Rick
a half
Rubin
of you.
quote.
What do you mean we?
Rudy will
Rick
cut
Rubin
the whole.
quote about.
He has too many quotes.
He does. He's
Yeah.
really philosophical.
Sorry.
He's a shaman.
He
Is he a
is.
shaman?
He might be. I feel like he could be. Oh, actually, I had uploaded it a
He
while
writes the lyrics to
back.
all these artists that we have.
He's a
Let me
ghostwriter.
see. Quote.
This is
Jeez
just
Louise,
supposed to
this
be
is
a
terrible.
finishing quote.
Oh, if you have an idea you're excited about and you don't bring it to life, it's not uncommon for the idea to find its voice through another maker. This isn't because the other artist stole your idea, but because the idea's time has come.
So eventually, what's meant to happen will happen.
Yeah, but basically, if you're having a thought, that thought isn't singular to you. It's a thought that's ready to be born, but it found you for a reason. If you don't act on it, that thought's going to find somebody else who's ready.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
bro.
Nice.
Well, again,
I was gonna throw a joke. But I didn't want to throw a joke in there, so this is perfect.
You're like,
No,
gay!
I was like, I was gonna be like, I was like, fuck. Amazon should have thought of me first. Fucking idea.
sweet. All right, guys. Well, we'll wrap it
Oh
up.
my
But
God.
appreciate you again, Joni.
Thank
Joni,
you for
thank you
Love to have
having
you
on
again
here.
later on.